Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. What's up? What's up? What's up, man? What's going on with y'all? I see you in here, Taj. I see you in here, DJ 23. I see you in here, T Price, man. What's good with y'all, man? Look, man, we gotta talk some NFL, and I need some people in here that's gonna talk some NFL, some football. That's definitely what I do. Make sure you hit the like and hit the sub, and also comment as well, and be sure you're hitting the notifications too. Look, we got a lot to talk about when it comes to this upcoming season because various parts have been moving. A lot of scenarios to look after. I know. Hey, what's up with the Celtics Nation? I see you in the building. I know we got to keep an eye on. I know what everybody wants to look at. They want to look at on two things. They want to look if Tampa Bay is going to come back and repeat like they did last year, going back full force now that they have a full training camp, uh, and this the situation with the uh, with the with everything that's going on in the country. It's still relatively the same, but the arenas. I'm sorry, but the stadiums are opening more now and everything. So I'm here because footballs are different. Okay, you just here to listen. Hey, go ahead, listen in, man. You also are welcome to come up in this bitch too. You know, um, because I definitely want to get some people's take on everything. Because I think you a 49ers fan, right, T Price? And I know Taj is a Giants fan. Taj, listen, that's a hey. I'm gonna go ahead and tackle that motherfucker for you right now. Let's go ahead and talk about the Giants right now and Saquon. I told you, man, that they got to go. What's it called? Saquon, he got to go. He got to go, man. He's wasting his years. He's wasting valuable years in New York if he continues to play. He's coming off an injury. I think he's coming off the ACL, to my knowledge, to be one of the greatest teams of all time. Uh, I mean, yeah. I mean, we do. We got a lot of expendables, but see, the thing about it is that we beefed up. Uh, a lot of people don't realize that we beefed up our defense. That's just like we got oh boy Justin from Washington, who's our linebacker. We still got Sue. We still got Pierre Paul. We still got our core in that secondary. They're not going nowhere. True, but I don't watch it no more. But shoot, I'ma still watch that motherfucker. Look, man, I don't listen with that Kaepernick situation. Look, I understand people's feelings on that shit. But listen, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. I I I approach that situation with a double edged sword. Okay, with the whole Kaepernick situation. It I'ma still watch that motherfucker. Am I a fan of Roger Goodell and the shit that they do in the committee? Hell no. Matter of fact, I would have been more comfortable with Jay Z or P Diddy running the NFL if it was my personal opinion. But I still want to see my my team play and still want to see some smash mouth to what we would like to see. It's not really smash mouth anymore. We have to deal with what we have to see anyways. But I just enjoy the sport, man. I don't get into all the, oh yeah, well I don't watch it no more because of all this and taking the knee and all that other bullshit, man. Look, man, I'm here to see because y'all got to realize, man, we got family members that play in the NFL still. Probably got cousins that play in the NFL. So that's the reality. And plus, sometimes I play fantasy. So that's the reason why. That's part of the reasons why I watch football. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really get into all the outside stuff that's going on with it. You said you start watching it after the 49ers versus the Ravens. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The lights went out. Yeah, I remember that too. Yeah, I remember that shit. You know, there was something fishy about that. I mean, it's always some conspiracy theories that goes on. That's just something that goes on with sports. Time and time again. You said Roger Goodell tried to destroy my boy Brady career. Yeah, absolutely. Everybody, and listen, everybody thinks that I'm a Brady fan. Do I like Tom Brady? Yeah. Is he like my favorite all-time quarterback? No. Do I think that he's the greatest quarterback of all time? Uh, from an accolade standpoint, yeah, he is. Uh, as far as skill and uh, clutch performance, stuff like that, that's debatable. But in terms of his success rate, it's Tom Brady hands down. He's been the most successful, and on top of that, he's proven himself time and time again. Each time that they said that he couldn't do anything, guess what he did? He came back and he did it, and he did it even better. I'll give you a prime example. They said that they try to put the stuff on him about, oh yeah, to deflate and all this other stuff, and he cheated and all this other stuff. Well, guess what? He went to trials and tribulations, uh, had to go to court, barely had time to practice, and guess what? Came back, won a ring. Then on top of that, people were always coming with this whole stereo. They came with the assumption that Brady could not win unless he had Belichick, which wasn't the case either, because really it was Brady the one that made Belichick. And now you're seeing proof of that. Brady went over to Tampa Bay, and guess what? Took to Tampa Bay when we was nothing. And Tampa Bay is my team. They were my team before Brady got there, and they'll be my team after he leaves. Once he came over there, guess what? Made him a household name again. Took 1 year with a whole bunch of expendable players. You understand what I'm saying? And on top of that, they started off slow. If y'all remember when the season started, people were questioning Brady. Why didn't he retire? Or is he still the same and all this other stuff? And guess what? He came through in the end. Now, was he the same, like, in past years, in recent years? No, he wasn't. And I mean, come on, man. The guy is 40, 40 plus. You know what I'm saying? You can't expect the guy to be, that's 40 plus playing like my homeboys. So, I mean, we got to we got to stop holding all these expectations on this man as if he's 25 and 26 playing basketball on grass, as Damon Woodley would call it. You know, but I've already talked about this situation right here. I do feel like uh, Dak Prescott is gonna have a bounce back season. I'm gonna stay with the Cowboys for a second. He's gonna have a bounce back season. Okay. Uh, and you know who else I think is gonna have a bounce back season? Ezekiel Elliott. He's gonna have a tremendous season. I think Ezekiel Elliott is gonna come back with a for sure focus, because he needs to play like he did his first year and a half, not like his first year. You know, if Elliott was to play consistently like he did his first year, he has the potential to be the best running back of all time. I've said that before, because he's just so gifted, man, and so easy. He's able to find that spacing, really really quick. Those gaps, he's able to get through those gaps really quick, and he's exceptionally, uh, in terms of his reaction. Uh, I mean, the way his lateral, he can move side to side, man. He could dance on you, and he got the speed, the breakaway speed to a certain degree. Now is it lightning fast or nothing like that? Nah, but we're not gonna act like you want a guy like Zeke to get out in the open field and the end zone is right there. I also believe that the Cowboys their secondary is getting better. That their secondary is getting better. Then also y'all got to realize that they got the best. In my opinion, they got the best pick in the draft. It was between Detroit. I think I said Buffalo, uh, and it was a couple. It was a few more teams in there that had the best picks in the draft by far. They had the most successful draft. But we're gonna have to see that it all comes down to them actually getting out on the field and actually playing. A lot of people they think that, oh yeah, well we drafted Parsons, we in good shape. We got to see how he plays. Oh yeah, we drafted this guy. Oh yeah, well you're still gonna have to get out there and play. This is another thing too. Why are people going to sleep on Amari Cooper? Why are they going to sleep on a guy like this? Amari Cooper, man, dog. He every year he's had a thousand yards every year. So I mean, why are they sleeping on this guy? Man, this guy is a productive individual. It's just that y'all are just now starting to see what type of player he is. Besides when he was in Alabama, I mean, when you was in Oakland, he wasn't really getting his chance like that. You said the Bucks went through a lot of adversity last year. Yeah, we were battle tested. Uh, and many people thought that we weren't going to come with a proper game plan, Celtics Nation. When we played Kansas City the second time, because if you remember when we played Kansas City the first time, what happened? Tyreek Hill absolutely destroyed us, dismantled our secondary. Man, Tyreek Hill was looking like damn again shoot Chris Carter or goddamn T.O. or I'm not gonna say Randy Moss. I mean, to a degree, you could say Randy Moss, but I'm talking about the way he was catching it just right in between. Well, they had single coverage. I think they were doing single coverage. They tried to zone him too late, but either way, he was still dismantling everybody that was on our secondary. And I mean, for them to sit up there and think that we were going to come back with the same daggone game plan as we did before, that you smoking to think that. So what we did is we made sure that we drew up our main focus was Tyreek Hill. It wasn't Patrick Mahomes. It wasn't him because Patrick Mahomes, he got exposed. Now, I think I was talking to Goat Mike about this. Shout out to Goat Mike too. If you haven't subbed to his channel, sub to his channel, and also make sure y'all sub to T. I know plenty y'all know T Price channel too. Make sure y'all sub to T Price channel too, man. Uh, Look, I was telling Goat that I think Goat said that he got exposed, might have gotten exposed earlier in the year, or I think he might have got exposed against maybe the Patriots uh, a while back. But I felt like Patrick Mahomes got exposed against the Bills. That was just my personal opinion because I was like, okay, they know something now, and when he had that concussion, it made it even worse or whatever because he wasn't quite 100%. You know, but people keep saying that, oh, y'all won because Mahomes wasn't 100%, or y'all won because it was y'all defense and everything. No, no, it wasn't. That wasn't the truth. That wasn't true at all. You know, we had a yes, we have Pierre Paul and Sue and them boys doing damage. Absolutely, that's what they supposed to do. That's what they're supposed to do. And the sad thing is that nobody really believes in those guys. Nobody believes in those guys. The league was ready to get rid of Sue because Sue was just, for his attitude and his antics and stuff like that. They didn't really like him. They felt like he was a troublemaker. Pierre Paul, they New York had moved on from him. They were tired. They felt like he only had a couple fingers and all this other stuff, so they were ready to get rid of him. AB, which we signed, which I'm glad they signed AB. Okay, they signed AB. Um, they were ready to get rid of. The league was ready to move on from AB. The league had given up on him. All the teams, they were starting to blackball AB, even though AB brought some of that stuff on himself. I'm not gonna act like AB was just some guy that was all studious and everything. Now on the field he was studious because he got it done. AB when healthy, he's the best, by far the best receiver besides Julio Jones. I'm gonna talk about Julio Jones in a situation in with Tennessee in a minute too. But he by far is the best receiver when healthy, and he's undersized. Man, you're talking about a deep ball threat. You're talking about a guy that can catch it. I mean, he'll go in the middle every now and again if he needs to. AB is two hands on the ball every time. Short yardage, long long yardage. It don't matter. He could do it all. That's why Brady wanted him. Brady wanted him there in Tampa. We know the situation. Everybody acts like AB is just because he's having trouble off the field, he was garbage or something like that. What? Go look at the pass receiver. Go look at. I know one in particular, the playmaker, Michael Irvin. He was a terror. He was, the playmaker. You know what I'm saying? He was a terror on the field, but off the field, he had trouble. But they still wanted him. You know why? Because he got it done when it needed to get done. He took care of business when it needed to get taken care of. Now that's not to say that your character and all of those things. It does help. Like I think Larry Fitzgerald had. I think he got an award for. I don't know if it's an award, but he got like good sportsmanship and everything. You don't hear nothing about Larry Fitzgerald and stuff like that. I'm not gonna sit here and act like there's some guys out there that just have good character and everything, good moral character and everything, and can still come out there. But nine times out of ten, when you're dealing with not just receivers, with any football player, any basketball player, any of that, guess what? You're dealing with egos. You're dealing with some of them are drama kings. A lot of them are divas. We have to call it what it is. I mean, like Le'Veon Bell. Okay, now in the beginning, I couldn't. I was like, man, what are you doing, Le'Veon? What are you doing, Ezekiel? All these guys that were holding out, um, you know, for the whole training camp and the contractual situation. But then I got to thinking, I was like, well, Le'Veon got a point. Zeke got a point because these guys are like when you talk about the running back position, even though they don't take nearly as much punishment as they did, when in the 80s and even before the '80s and all that. It was a running back, more of a ground and pound type of league. They still take quite a bit of punishment, and so hell yes, I encourage those guys to want their money. So I got to thinking about it. I was like, well, Le'Veon, he was right for doing what he did. But in the beginning, I was just like, man, just get your ass out there and play. But at first, I was like, um, I said that. I said, just go ahead and get your ass out there and play. But now I was just like, well, what if he tears something? What if he does a case in point with Dak Prescott? But it's it was a blessing that they was able to go ahead and give him his money. But lots of organizations probably wouldn't have did that, especially with a gruesome injury like that took place. Um, Now Julio Jones going to Tennessee. Okay, listen, man. I'm I don't I don't like the move. Uh, I wish I understand that Julio Jones wanted out of ATL. He saw it was going nowhere fast, but I mean Julio Jones, it's not, man. We gotta stop acting like Julio Jones has also been also healthy and everything. They're getting a guy that's damaged goods. You know, uh, Julio Jones. Julio Jones is a guy who, when healthy, he's the top one of the top receivers in the league. Now, if it's not AB, then it's Julio Jones. Okay, it's Julio Jones. I love Julio Jones. I love his work ethic. We can't sit here and not like Julio Jones doesn't have an extreme work ethic, because he does. I mean, he works out, with To and Tyreek Hill and them boys. But just looking at their roster, we gotta just look at it and kind of break that down. Do I believe that Tennessee is a sleeper? Yeah, they are a sleeper. Um, I'm not gonna sit there and just automatically just put them up in there like they're fitting to do all the damage in the world, but I feel like they can actually make some noise. People that are not really paying attention to those guys, because at they still got I think Chester Rogers. Of course, they got Ryan Tannehill out there. Um, his backup is going to be Woodside, Logan Woodside. I do uh, like I like the Justin March. They got Kinsey, and of course, man, my boy. Nobody, nobody. I mean, everybody just act like Janoris Jenkins is just like a guy that, he's just some old regular player, man. You can't say Tennessee without saying Janoris Jenkins. So they could actually do some damage, but the AFC, I think the new kings of the AFC are going to be Baker Mayfield and the Browns. I've said it before. Baker Mayfield and the Browns. Baker Mayfield is coming, man. Uh, Everybody looks at Baker Mayfield, like again, like he's a regular quarterback that doesn't work hard and hasn't gotten better. No, year after year he has gotten better. They want him to throw the deep ball. They want him to do it just like they were trying to do with with Dak Prescott. No, be who you are. Be who you are. If they want to sit there and call you a fucking game manager, that's fine. that's fine. I wouldn't get offended by that shit. To be perfectly honest with you, I wouldn't be offended by that shit by the least bit. You know why? Because at least he's winning. At least he's winning. Okay, what you want to be? A really really great quarterback and be losing games, not get talked about. They'll talk about you every now and then. You know what I'm saying? Or you managing the game. Hey, you up for a contract? Your team is flourishing. Because in the beginning when he was just trying to come in, out from Oklahoma or whatever, and he was trying to play that type of game. He was trying to get adjusted to the NFL. He was trying to get adjusted to the NFL, man. So you had to, you gotta give that guy time. And this is what made Baker Mayfield kind of put his stamp on everything, and it was last year, okay, when he beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. He beat them twice, and he beat them in the playoffs. You know that put his stamp on everything. Uh, they still got Jarvis Jarvis Landry. You know, now me personally, I don't know what to make of Odell Beckham. You know, uh, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, y'all. Looking at something. This is on offense. Look, I'm a, okay. I'm not the biggest OBJ, old dirty bastard, fan in the world. Okay, I'm not. I don't. I think the only thing that made Odell Beckham great was just that one catch. Okay. Uh, Other than that, Odell Beckham to me has vastly underachieved. Now I know what people are gonna say. They're gonna be like, oh well, he was in New York. He couldn't help that, man, and uh, his squad this and his squad that. Well, it didn't help that he was adding to some of his tribulations that was going on over there. Odell Beckham, listen, for all that you could say about Odell Beckham, he comes in there. He's so easy to. It's so easy to get in a guy's head like that. I'm not gonna call Odell Beckham trash. Like I said on this channel, I don't trash. I don't trash guys. I don't care if you the worst player in the league or whatever. I'm not gonna call you trash because at least you made it. But what I am gonna say is that Odell Beckham shit. He's not he's not like a top tier type of guy who I would want on my squad because now he's starting to get that reputation now where he stays hurt. And what is he gonna look back? What is he gonna look like when he comes back? I say that all the time about a lot of players. Especially basketball and football. I'll touch on basketball for just a second. Like for instance, with the whole Clay Thompson situation. Now I'm not trying to put them in the same sentence or the same breath because Clay Thompson is a humble individual who comes out and he's a champion, and on top of that, he to me he's more productive from a basketball standpoint than OBJ is from a football standpoint. He does. He's hard nosed and he knows his role. Doesn't mind being second fiddle, even though, in my opinion, he's the most valuable player on the squad because you need him to shut down uh, some of the game's best. But what I'm saying is that you don't know how that guy's gonna look when he comes back. Well, it's the same thing with OBJ, even Dak Prescott. Now, I'm giving Dak Prescott more of an edge and more of a leeway because of the fact that Dak Prescott works a little bit hard. He's a workhorse. Dak Prescott he's been in the. There was a report saying that he's been in the arena for hours, or in the facility for hours, working on various things. This was in the off season or whatever before the you know you got geared up for training camp and everything. Now I know a lot of people they're saying that they shouldn't be showing hard knocks, for the Cowboys and everything. I think my buddy Luda Rider Sports. If you haven't subbed to his channel, go sub to Luda Rider Sports. Definitely got a great channel and good basketball football mind, man. I was I was telling him that him and Goat, I think I want to say Celtics Nation was on there too. I think he was listening to that too. I told them, and I think Taj was on there too. Matter of fact, Taj he got on there that day that we were talking about the Cowboys showing hard knocks. I told all of them. I said this. I said this. I think that this is good, but everybody disagreed with me because they feel like okay, this was just another money grab for Jerry Jones, which I can't lie. Yeah, it is. It's a money grab. That there's no doubt about that. But at the same token, it gives you a glimpse as to see what's going to happen. I like Hard Knocks because it it gives you that feel like okay, this team is doing this or this team is doing that. Yeah, of course they're gonna talk about the personal stuff and the issues and the trials and tribulations that each player go through. Their family life, things that personal stuff like that. Yeah, but I like to see what what type of uh, what type of adjustment these teams are going to make. How what type of strategies that they're going to do. How these players are moving up. Some of these other players that aren't even being looked at, even the players that happen to get cut, because a lot of those players that end up getting cut, guess what? They end up getting called by other teams, or they end up being on the practice squad, or then of course the unfortunate situation is that they may go home. But I like those type of scenarios because there's been times when a, a player has got cut, and then they'll call that player back, and then that player has a success story. And I like to look at stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of the underdog myself. Um, I like the guys that they go through something and then they gotta fight their way back. They gotta fight their way through adversity. And that's what, more than anything, that's what football is about. Uh, Basketball is like that too, but football is definitely that way. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of my reasons for still watching football. But besides that, I think that being able to look at the Cowboys and seeing what they're doing, it'll give you a inside look as to what these guys plan on doing. Do I still think that they're America's team? No. Jacob Jennings probably think I'm crazy for saying that. Shout out to Jacob Jennings because he loved the Cowboys and everything, but they're not America's team anymore. They're not, and they haven't been for quite some time. I, I mean, people are going to tune in to watch them either win or lose. If you want to look at it from that standpoint, just so that they could come in on either or Monday morning, um, and say, okay, ha, you lost and everything, or to rub it in. But I don't feel like they're America's team because they just haven't been as successful. But to Dak Prescott's defense, they're on their way to becoming that again. Uh, People ask me how can I be a Dak Prescott fan and I'm not a Cowboys fan. It's simple. Um, this guy is a winner. This guy came in and made immediate impact. This guy he didn't go to a small school, but he went to a school, that okay, Mississippi State, they know him, they're in the SEC, but Mississippi State hasn't been like as successful as some of the other SEC teams, like at Alabama or LSU, Florida, Georgia, all of that. They haven't been successful, but yet and still he's still able to come in, and when his number was called, he led the Dallas Cowboys to a 13-3 record the first year. Now I know what people are gonna say. Oh well, they didn't have no film on them. They didn't know nothing about him. They couldn't really game plan and all this other stuff. Man, listen, it if it was that easy, a lot of the quarterbacks that get hurt and have to be replaced with the backup and everything, the backups would be doing the same thing. But not every backup have been doing that. He came in and made immediate impact. He came in and made immediate impact, man, and had the best rookie season ever. Had the best rookie season ever. So how can you not like a guy like that? He had a QB rating of 104 something. You know what I'm saying? That's that's nice, man. But oh well, he's just a game manager. He's just this. He's just that. Man, cut the cap. He gonna be straight. You said Brady got it out the mud. Yeah. Hey, now listen. Tom Brady did get it out the mud. Tom Brady wasn't catered uh, like how everybody thinks he was. Matter of fact, Tom Brady wasn't even um, that great in college. He wasn't even that great in college. But so when you say that, Celtics Nation, that's a good point that you bring up. He did get it out the mud. He did get it out the mud. Um, he was able to be blessed to be in a situation where the Patriots, the Patriots dynasty, they had a system that worked, and they tried to figure out that system. Because I'm not gonna act like Belichick isn't a great coach, because he has been a successful coach, but it's just like with basketball and the point guard. As a coach, you rely on your point guard. Well, as a coach, you rely on your quarterback. You know, uh, Belichick is no nonsense. He's the him and Popovich. They have like the same mentality. They're not really laughing a lot. They're not joking a lot and everything. They're just all about business. They're no nonsense and everything. I'm not gonna act like Belichick isn't a great coach because I actually happen to like Bill Belichick, but Bi- I'll say it again. Belichick needed Brady more than Brady needed Belichick, and that's just straight facts right there. You know. Another thing is that everybody everybody's like, oh well, Gronkowski came over there and everything like that. Look, you can't help what type of connection that a quarterback has to his tight end. Look at Witten and Romo. Look at Witten and Romo. And because of that situation working so well, guess what? Romo's go. I mean, Witten's going to the Hall of Fame. Romo, I've kind of gotten on Romo. For those of y'all that don't know, I get on Romo a lot. A lot of people will tell you that. Do I see him as a Hall of Famer? He's like a border. He would be borderline, but he makes a great case because of his regular season numbers. But in terms of him getting it done and him actually capitalizing when necessary, I can't really call him a Hall of Famer because Dak has actually done more in the short period of time that he's been there than Romo. His winning percentage is almost. I mean, it's way better. But I know people always come in with this logic talking about, oh yeah, well the defense this and the defense that. Hey, uh, Dak Prescott, y'all like Dak Prescott had the best offensive line and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like Dak Prescott wasn't face. Okay, the first I think that first season or when y'all act like the defense didn't come on until that year they went 10-6, and then ultimately they ended up losing to the Rams. The defense was better that year than it was the first season, the first couple of seasons. So we're gonna see what happens. S Young, I think he's a. I want to say he's a. Let me see if I get this right, S Young. Let me see. You're either a Dolphins fan, Jacksonville fan, or Tampa Bay fan, right?
The last one.
Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
see,
Been a
see, I don't.
fan since '02. Super Bowl. Warren Sapp, Ronnie Barber, John Lynch, Derrick Brooks, Brad Johnson,
Yo, yo.
Jackson. Uh,
Did you say Mike Allstott?
yeah, I was gonna say that Mike All Star, Warren Dunn. Before he went
hmm
to us, Warren Dunn and Tony Dungy.
Yeah. And it was Tony Dungy's team. It
Yeah,
wasn't. It wasn't. I don't care what nobody say. It was not. It was not. What's his name? Team Gruden. It wasn't Gruden's team. That was Tony Dungy.
yeah.
Nah, but anyways, man. Salute to Young man coming in here, man, talking football with me. One of the only guys in this YouTube community that I could talk on the level of football, besides a couple other guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna name off right now, but Young's football mind is exceptional. I can't even talk today, and he knows what he's talking about in terms of the football scene. Young man, you could talk about anything right now and what you see happening because we got 49 days until the season start. What do you foresee happening this year, brother?
um, I might. The COVID. I heard the COVID situation happened in football. I feel like they're gonna cut some games off. I feel forfeit some games. Um, Definitely that. And then can't I can't wait. Can't wait. Definitely for the definitely in the AFC. Because got Arizona, Arizona, because they got shoot
JJ.
JJ White, Patrick. I mean, not Patrick left my bed. Sorry, Patrick got traded. DeAndre Hopkins, Kyle Murray,
Hmm.
old Larry Fitzgerald, The problem, they got that, but the problem I worry about is the injuries, not the healthiness, Just like they're like the Nets, the healthiness. That's can they cover from healthiness? Um, Especially the rookies, definitely anticipate for that, and definitely how the Titans are because they got Julio Jones, so that's that's a that's a good steal right there. Um,
Hmm.
so having Julio Jones to add that offense with Derrick Henry, that's definitely good. And the Cowboys, just wondering how the Cowboys gonna be, with Dax turning, Amari Cooper, people really will see with Amari Cooper and just see how the defense are. Wondering and especially the defense, one how the defense is gonna be today. And
They,
yeah. Mhm.
hey, my bad, young. Hey, I wanted to cut in and ask you this because I know we have been talking about this situation right here too. Hey, they're saying that Deshaun is leaning toward the Eagles. What you think about that, Deshaun Watson?
Deshaun Washington to the Eagles.
Yeah,
Very solid.
they said that there's a 90% chance that he'll be joining the Eagles.
Uh, uh, Very solid. I ain't gonna lie. That's a solid. I'm not gonna lie. That's a solid thing to go there. Especially him and that they just in that rook and they just got the rookie from Alabama, that rookie wide receiver. So they that rookie wide receiver did it. So um that would be deadly. And but to me, I feel like he feel perfect. He fits perfect in Broncos. I like to see him in the Broncos because I wanted to see how the rivalry with him and Patrick Mahomes have that rivalry, and so I feel like that. I thought that would work, but no, for the Eagles, I would definitely not get mad about it.
You see, Lou in here. Lou already talking some shit, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not trusting the 49ers, bro. We all saw it in the Super Bowl, man. We saw what happened in the Super Bowl, okay? Jimmy G choked. Jimmy G choked. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it, little Jimmy G
Yeah,
choked.
come on in here, Lou. He calling you out. Hey, y'all said he want that smoke.
And you believe a rookie quarter. You believe in Trey Lance. You believe him?
Oh shit.
I read.
Hey, hey, look. The 49ers, man, they got it. I'm not gonna go to sleep on them, but do I think that they're quite championship caliber yet? Not right now. Not at this point. Not unless because there was they were actually had a chance because for Aaron Rodgers. They were I know Rodgers. There was a little rumor talking about he was supposed to go over to Green Bay. I think me and Lou had talked about that. But if a situation like that would happen, maybe Roger would give them a chance. But right now, I don't see the 49ers getting back there quite yet. You said Lou the Rider said this. My bad, me cut in. He said Cowboys is going to be 8-8, 8-8, like always. Oh, okay. Hey, young, me and you had already talked about this. This is a good one right here, and I'm gonna let you respond to this first. He said, "What do you think of Oklahoma and Texas joining the SEC?" Young, go ahead and take it away because we talked about this the other day.
That one. I feel like that. I feel definitely OU and Texas. They've been wasting their money on Big 12 for some years. So helping out in the end, but when only two teams have a bad season, the whole conference does. Because they're the conference. When you speak about the Big 12, you talk about them. And to me,
Uh,
to me, it's like it's being signed for both of them. Because the only issue I have is the move is that the conference will be too big.
mhm.
Big 12 will be more likely end up like the Big East and just spreading their school across the conference. And plus, adding a few schools to other sports. And um, I feel like Texas, they were struggling the first couple years in SEC, but I think they can contend after that. I feel like they're gonna have some trouble in Oklahoma. You know, it'll, it'll be it'll be wonderful. And me, I feel
What?
that's it right there because OU they've been unhappy meditating the early kickoff time for years, and then that Nebraska game had had Oklahoma separated because it's also about the money for the new TV deal because the Big 12 they need to add between 2 and 16 for more continent, and so that the mid-tier teams are more highly ranked for the playoff. And the Big 12 round robin schedule is brutal for those mid-tier teams. And the TV networks will not allow Big 12 to expand previously, so they give the Big 12 leverage to say, give us bigger, better competitive TV contract, let's grow Big 12 or we leave it. So that's how, to me, that's how they left. And having them in the SEC, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Okay. Let's look at it like this then. Okay. If you're gonna replace them, okay. I had already mentioned this. I had already mentioned Texas A&M. They don't have no business being in there. Listen, I know this is gonna be hard. I'm talking about replacing. If we did a scenario like that, OU and Texas, which I don't know about OU, but that's debatable too. But look. I was thinking like more like Baylor or TCU or something like that. Look, okay, I know some people don't want to say this right here, young. I know some people going to try to debate me down on this one. I'm looking at Arkansas, and I'm looking quite possibly even Mississippi State and Texas A&M because those teams, let's just call it what it is, young. They haven't really, and shoot, as much as people love South Carolina, because I like Steve Spurrier, but South Carolina, man, they haven't really, they'll be up there every now and again, but they haven't really gotten to that top of the hill like you wanted to. It's always been Alabama, Auburn, LSU, Florida, even Kentucky on the rise. Even what's it called? Georgia. Georgia was always in the mist. You know what I'm saying? Even Ole Miss every now and again they would pop up in that top five area. You know what I'm saying? But them other teams, man, that's debatable of whether or not we can switch those guys out of there and put them in that SEC.
Right.
What you think?
I mean, if it happened, I mean, if you let Texas and Oklahoma go to SU, then to me, then bring in UH, SMU, Tulsa, Cincinnati. Matter of fact, no, I'll say Memphis over Tulsa because no bigger market in Arkansas. If
Oh,
they
okay.
if they wanted to do that, um,
He said Aaron Rodgers going to Denver.
oh no, oh no, stay, stay, no,
What you think about that?
no, stay.
He said stay.
No, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think he just no. No, if you, I would feel like how I say this. I feel like
Hold on.
he's going to that Brett Favre route because you remember happened the same thing happened to Brett Favre, right? Because
Yeah.
I feel like Aaron that's the same thing Aaron's gonna do. You know, um, no, I think Aaron's gonna leave. It's probably gonna say I'm gonna join a new team, then say I'm gonna retire,
Hmm.
and then I'll suddenly just say I'm back. and then I feel like that's what Aaron's gonna do. So,
Matt Moses, salute to you, Matt Moses. I'm gonna let you go in just a second, South. He said, Matt Moses. He said, S Young,
man,
stop hating. He said, S Young. He said your team suck.
at least we won the ring. At least we won the ring. You did it. Your
You
team did
said, you said if porn star Jimmy G lead lead porn ladies alone. I ain't even gonna go into that. Whatever that
it.
ain't. Geographically, Texas and Oklahoma aren't located in the southeast. They're midwest. Well, yeah, hey, but that's I mean that's the same thing for like what's it called Missouri. Missouri. I mean you could look at it like okay, but that's like mid considered Midwest or whatever. But they still got Texas A&M. They're in the south and they are going like that College Station area or whatever. But I'm talking about like in terms of just the conference field and their competitiveness wise, man. They just don't match up. They don't match up well. And what's it called? They haven't really been in the mix like that. You said South, y'all know with the healthy defense, uh, we best in the league, all pro. Uh, Fred Warner and Dre Greenlaw, the best young linebackers. Yeah, and you said one ring in history. Welcome to the club,
Yeah, that's
man.
two
Matt
rings. That's
Moses,
two
Matt
rings, buddy. That's two
Matt
rings.
Matt Moses, you a 49ers fan, man?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, man.
I know Matt
What's
Moses. What up, Matt Moses?
yeah? Hey, what's up, South man? What you got on it, man?
What's going on? I don't know why Luke coming at my boys, man. We beat them injured last year. I don't know why. I don't know why he coming at my boys, but I wanted to chime in on this college thing. I wasn't aware that Texas and Oklahoma. I'm kind of behind on college these past couple of years. I need to get back caught up. But to stick to the subject, I didn't know that OU and Texas, which Texas is my team, are trying to go to the SEC. I think I mean, if it does happen, I don't know what the scope is for the Big 12, and it kind of concentrates the SEC, concentrates the ACC somewhat. You know what I mean? I know the Longhorn had that big network contract, and a couple of years ago they were talking about them possibly going to the SEC before A&M, but it didn't happen because of that network contract that they have in the Big 12. But I don't see how it kind of evens out or what they could really do. And then, I mean, you already took A&M out the Big 12. When you take the next two big um, colleges out of the Big 12, like, what are you really doing? You know what I mean?
But they wasn't successful.
What you say now?
A&M wasn't successful.
I understand I understand you saying they weren't successful. But as far as Oklahoma and Texas being one of the bigger colleges in a conference, why would you why would you take them out and put them in the SEC? And now
Yeah,
you just really weaken the Big 12 conference.
I agree with that.
You know what I mean?
I agree
So
with that. I felt like Baylor. Hey, South. I felt like this and Young. I felt like Baylor. If you're gonna do that, I think I told you this, South. Baylor and TCU. I had already said that a while back. But and some people argue North Texas because North Texas is on the rise, but nobody looks at North Texas. UNT. Go ahead, though, South. My bad.
yeah, I don't I don't it doesn't make sense to do that. I If anything, instead of moving other teams to the conferences, won't you just restructure how the conferences are?
Hmm.
You know what I mean? If you feel like yeah, I don't know how that really makes sense to fully weaken. I mean, the Big 12 will, like Young said, it'd be almost like the Big East. It might be even weaker than the Big East. You take Texas and Oklahoma out. You know what I mean? Because it's like, what big market team do you have in there now? At least, for the most part, except for, I mean, except for like what I can't even name. I can't even name a conference don't at least have a big market Division 1 name in it for the most part. At least one team. So you take Texas and Oklahoma out, and then you take them to the SEC, and you just concentrate the SEC. Like I I really don't get that. Unless you're gonna unless they do this, they make some of these bigger colleges independent and make them kind of play different teams like they Notre Dame.
Hmm.
Hey, y'all ever thought of that? Like Notre Dame independent, and they kind of make them play different teams every year or something like that. I don't know. College is just it's interesting because there's so many teams, so many Division 1 teams, so 100, and you're
Hmm.
trying to create some kind of parity as far as strength of schedule and all.
Right.
It's hard to do that because
Hmm.
the SEC, for the most part is the toughest schedule, has the toughest conference. But sometimes it's been times where the SEC has been kind of overhyped, where it's real
Yeah,
top
and
heavy.
they haven't had the yeah, right. Hey, South, you and Young is right on the money because what's the name had the weakest schedule. Who was it that had that weak schedule? No. That was Clemson. My bad. I'm tripping. That was ACC. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Go ahead, man. My bad. I got hyped there for a second because
No,
y'all
but
both on point.
no, but it has been some years in the past where you will have Alabama and LSU be like the top echelon of the SEC, and then
Uh
it don't be really no middle of the pack. You might have Georgia there fighting a little bit, but it's been some years when it's been overhyped, in my
huh.
opinion. But consistent year in year, out, it's the toughest conference. Don't get me wrong, but I don't really know. It's so many teams in Division 1 college. I don't know how you really. I don't know how you really make some kind of parity between the conferences. It's just almost impossible, man.
Well, well,
Everybody
you
can't
got
play everybody. It's 100 and some teams.
Well, Baylor. See, because you got Baylor, you got yeah, Iowa State, Kansas, and Kansas State. Some of those teams that some of the guys ain't looking at, and then a lot of people don't look at. People don't remember this either. South and Young that West Virginia is in the Big 12 too. Uh,
Yeah.
in football, you know what I'm saying? They used to be what conference was West Virginia in at one point for football?
They were the Pac-12, wasn't they?
Yeah, yeah, I think there was a Pac-12, and then Colorado. That's what me and Young was talking about. Colorado used to be in the Big 12, and then they switched up. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But thing about it is that you look at Baylor, right? Baylor just coming off a NCAA championship. You know what I'm saying? The women's basketball always successful. Football always been in there. You know what I'm saying, to a certain degree. Why not go ahead and move up like a Baylor in there? They already got that marketability over there in Waco. You know how it is, South. They already got it's already booming down there and everything. Plus, the school is top in the country in terms of academic wise. Why not go ahead and move them up in there? Both of the programs are really flourishing and everything. I'm like, put Baylor in there before you do a team like it's no knock on Oklahoma because they've been successful, but put Baylor in there before you do Oklahoma.
I don't get why they want to concentrate one conference like the SEC. That's what I'm trying to get. Why they want to do that? I guess it doesn't really matter in the whole sense of things now because they do a lot of they'll let two conferences play in a national championship.
Hmm.
I know it. I mean, from an individual, um, school standpoint, it makes them more competitive as far as recruits playing in the SEC, especially a bigger
Hmm.
market conference, and even any school. But I don't get from an NCAA standpoint why they think it makes sense.
Okay. Before I let Lou go, let me ask you this out because you mentioned something and Young and Lou. I think I need South to explain this shit one more time to me. Okay, remember we was talking about Texas A&M, right? And I was like, why in the fuck do they got Texas? I couldn't understand that shit because being that South, he you know from not from there, but you know what I'm saying he been from Texas and everything. We know the landscape of everything. I know more about Baylor and the UTs than I do know about you know what's going on in College Station and all them places. Why did they do that shit again about putting Texas A&M in the
They want,
SEC?
yeah, but they initially wanted to move Texas there, but Texas had the Longhorn Network in the Big 12.
Okay,
So but they wanted a Texas team to go to the Big 12. The first option, I mean, to SEC, but the first option was the Longhorns. But since they had that Big 12 network, they allowed the A&M to go over there. So that's what.
okay. Yeah, I was like, man, why the hell? Like, I'm like Texas A&M. I
Yeah,
mean, they've been alright in basketball. I remember back in the day they had AC Law and all that. You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
man. I didn't have no problem with it. You know, with the OU thing. My problem was the Aggie, the Texas, because that Aggie team, they were like very Kansas to that conference. Every conference they've been in is a part is gone. If you go back and research all of them, you find that they do everything they can to disrupt and destabilize the conference. And like
But
it's
this the thing, bro. College football is all about your coach. The reason why the Big 12 is hurting because they don't have their coach. They don't have those type of coaches that can turn your franchise around. You know what I'm saying? Look at Texas. Texas haven't had a renowned coach to come in at the school with respect. Well, you could argue with Charlie Stone. You can't make an argument they didn't give him enough time, but it still remains the fact that when you look at the SEC with a team like Alabama, Alabama wasn't prominent till they got for a long time till they got a coach like Nick Saban.
Saban. Yeah.
So that's really the big problem with the Big 12. If you go back to the early 2090, the Big 12 was way better when you had.
Hey, Young. Didn't I say that yesterday, Young?
Yeah, it was a lot of people argue it was just as good as the SEC in the early 2000s, but they
Hey,
don't have the coaches to turn the conference around.
tell them South. We was. I say we because I'm in the
I
area.
mean, mm,
Big 12 was running shit.
In the early
And they were doing it in basketball too because you got to think about it, man. They had you know Oklahoma. I mean they as far as championships and stuff like that. But you know you got to think about back in the days when they had the Razorbacks in basketball. You know what I'm saying? Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying with Brian Big Country Reed. You know what I'm saying?
Remember,
uh,
like,
Kansas State football was even good when they had Sproles.
yeah.
mm. No, cause I didn't like I said before. I didn't say like to me. I didn't say like it was a culture thing.
Hey Lou, I'm gonna let you go after Young. Go ahead
Like, I
after
wasn't like
after
wasn't like
Young.
it wasn't like no culture thing. It was like the negotiation. Negotiation for it was horrible for me. Because like I said before, it's like it's also the money for the deal in the TV because like the Big 12 they need to add between 2 and 16 for more continent so that the mid tier teams that are more highly ranked for the playoff because the Big 12 round robin schedule is brutally the most is for those mid-tier teams because that TV network have not allowed that Big 12 to span previously, so let's give Big 12 leverage to say you give us bigger, better competitive TV contract and let us grow the Big 12 while we're leaving. So that's why they say you know what I'm gonna get to it. Oklahoma and Texas gonna go to SEC, and this definitely will definitely destroy them because now they don't have a very big school just like Texas, Oklahoma, because they are the big 12. You know, so it was like it was other than money though, money, and all especially Texas because they can't win Big 12 conferences, which make them think they're gonna win the SEC because they can't win Big 12 conferences. And A&M was pretty much definitely A&M because like was pretty much the middle of the road team because manager of it, the Pitzel, now to get high level recruits and get closer, they will ever have a chance to play then I mean got closer than they ever have a chance to play national championship playing in the SEC, and they still won't win if I mean just very cancerous.
Lou, um, go ahead, man. Anything football. We mainly was talking about the NFL season. I know you came in here with the smoke. With Young when you're 49ers and all that, and then also South got on your head about the y'all getting beat by
One,
Andy
one. I
Dalton.
want to explain something to you. I want to explain something to you.
You got beat by Opie, nigga.
Yeah. I'm like, how the nerve y'all talking about my team? Talk about my team. Y'all
Oh,
lost to
God.
anybody.
You lucky, you
That
lucky,
was
you
smoke
lucky,
dog.
you look at that whole defense was out with the season injury.
Our whole offense was out. Come on, Andy Dalton for real.
Come
Hey,
on, you know.
he was somewhat successful over there in Cincinnati. Come on now,
Come on, Lou. Come on, Lou. It's true. Cool.
he was somewhat successful.
Like
He
I'm
was.
telling you, the 49ers are going to be back this year. Last year was injury riddle season. We're going to be better. We're going to be back to our same old ways like we was the year before we went to the Super Bowl. Come on. Like Jimmy G, I just got to deal with him right now because I think this is going to be his last year in San Fran for that rookie quarterback to take over, Trey Lance. I was hoping they would trade them free pick for Aaron Rodgers, but that GM for the Packers is an asshole. But
Y'all got Trey, y'all got Lance. Y'all got Lance. Y'all got Banks. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got that boy Trey Sermon. I think it's Trey Sermon and Thomas.
like,
And y'all got Elijah Mitchell.
but I'm like this, man. I know that 49 offense is guaranteed to put up 28 to 30 points this season, and defense is guaranteed to be a top 5 defense.
Mm-hmm.
The offense gonna be that good?
Cause
Have
look,
you seen it over the last couple of years?
not like, but pull up. Lou, I'm gonna say it like this. It's like y'all lost Robert Sauce as a DC. That's devastating. Cause you saying 8-8 for Cowboys, y'all might be just like that. Y'all might be and we worse.
Did we lose Bolster?
Y'all lost Robert, yeah. I said, but Robert was the good one for y'all. So the best, only excellent offensive
Y'all
players.
think
But the best only because at best, but only because the excellent offensive play calling by Cal kept their heads above the water. So that's the problem. That's the problem you had to go have to deal with. With Jimmy G and that y'all have tight end Little. You have Little. So that's decent, but
we still got the running game.
you still got the run. Y'all got a new running back, yeah.
No, they got two of them.
Yeah, you got two. Yeah, you got two.
They got yeah, because they got Sermon. Y'all got Sermon and y'all got Mitchell.
Basically, it don't matter who's back there running back. They all would get yards.
I think the big thing too is y'all got y'all corners because y'all got I can't put Thomas Ambry Thomas
But like how's Jalen Hurts?
and Lanier.
Look, how's Jalen Hurts doing?
Jalen Hurts still on the team.
Yep.
I'm trying to figure out.
I forgot he was still on the team because he been with the 49ers. He been with the 49ers for a couple of years.
What you say, Saul?
He never played a whole full season.
Y'all got rid of Emmanuel Sanders, but he wasn't there last year, was he? I'm trying to figure out how y'all gonna be scoring all these points. I know y'all done had a pretty good run game, but running the football don't score a lot of points.
Well, you don't think these young receivers any good? We got right here. We still got we still got Debo. We got the young receiver from Arizona State. And I think Goodwin's still on the team.
I mean, Goodwin a burner, but that's not no receiving core that you just be top in the league, and then you say your quarterback already iffy. I'm trying to figure
Nah,
out how
but
y'all.
Lance, something nice though. That boy from North Dakota.
I mean, do y'all see them? Do y'all see them being a top
I think we're gonna have like a 2 quarterback system this year.
in the NFL? Good luck with that. Good luck with that.
No, because he said no Goodwin.
Oh, Jimmy G right now.
Y'all just there. I was just about to say y'all lost Goodwin because Goodwin went to Chicago. So,
I'm trying to figure out what all these weapons for them to be scoring all these points. I know they had a pretty good running game.
Hey, Matt Moses, who was he talking about? He said he was old. Let these young niggas take over. Who is he talking about?
He must be talking about Goodwin.
Yeah, because he said Goodwin. I said Goodwin left.
I mean, Goodwin was just a burner. He wasn't nobody just gonna rack up a lot of receptions for you. Yeah. He just a person who stretched the field.
Matt Moses, man, come on and step on the panel. All this chat warrior stuff, man.
Like you seen the offense the last couple years, South, since
Yeah, I've seen y'all run the ball good. You know, but
when you see us, you seen us throwing the ball good. Like we do points even though when we have a whole lot of injuries.
I mean, I don't see y'all type of offense y'all run just scoring a lot of points. I ain't saying the offense can't be a good offense, but scoring a lot of points. I mean, with the weapons y'all got, I don't know.
Like I said, all we gotta do is average over 20 to 30 points a game, and let the defense do their job.
From 20 to 30. Which one is it? 20 to 30. That's 10-point gap.
Like how many games did they win that year? They went to Super Bowl only scoring 20 to 25 points.
I mean, you feel like y'all that good? Y'all got the same good as roster that year going into this year?
I still feel like they, since everybody back from injury from the defense is going to be that good. Still going to be good, even though we lost our defense coordinator.
I mean, y'all got some good core guys up front for sure. But
we got the highest paid linebacker in the league now.
That's great. We got the highest paid running back, and he paid like shit.
Matt Moses, what's up, bro?
Oh yeah, salute. My bad.
Yeah, man, you heard this man talking bad about.
What's up, man? Hey, that boy wants to smoke, but I don't want you to be no. I want you to explain your motherfucking self, bro.
I'm just explaining to y'all.
Don't be a sideline champion. Come on in here.
I'm just explaining to y'all like what the situation is. I'm not doing none of that. Man, y'all know when I said old niggas, I was talking about Emmanuel Sanders for one. For two, we have a young team. We have a really young core. And like I said, we got some young niggas like Debo, Ayuk. We run the ball already. We drafted 2 running backs.
Yeah, that's the name of the guy. Ayuk seems like he's gonna be a solid receiver.
Man, Moses, you act like Emmanuel Sanders wasn't productive or something.
He wasn't productive in New Orleans. What he do in New Orleans?
He ain't do that. He ain't do that much. But I'm talking about like in the past though.
He was when Emmanuel Sanders playing 49.
We got rid of him for a reason. That's all I'm saying. And we drafted
He was a good veteran presence in the locker room.
That we drafted.
How old is Emmanuel Sanders now?
E-Man is like 35, 36.
Okay, okay, yeah. That's dog years. I
ain't mean it like that. I'm just saying, like, we drafted a young nigga
from Arizona.
N'Keal Harry. N'Keal Harry, he went to the same school. N'Keal Harry ain't doing shit. He did way more N'Keal Harry in his rookie year. Like, come on, bro. Stop hating, man. Stop hating. You went off in his rookie year.
Why are you gonna hate? Why are you gonna hate on you, man? Y'all was hurt.
Ayuk was hurt for the first 4 weeks of the season and still put up damn near 1,000 yards.
Hey, man.
Right.
The facts, bro. I'm a real fan.
Right. And y'all didn't go nowhere.
Yeah, everybody with everybody hurt. With everybody hurt. With everybody hurt. And with
Hey,
third
I
string
didn't go
quarterback.
nowhere, man. You can put up all this yardage. You can have a
Yeah,
1,000-yard season. You can have
he
a
put up that with a third string
1,000-yard
quarterback.
rushing, and you
He
still
put up
ain't go nowhere.
Ayuk put up damn near 1,000 yards with a third string quarterback hurdling niggas, and he ain't played to the fourth week of the season. Come on now,
Right.
man.
Okay,
Don't
let me ask you this. No. Wait. Hey, Moses. Hey, Moses. No, let me get this out.
with a
Hey,
third string
Matt
quarterback.
Moses. Let me ask you this. What you think of Trey Lance? Because what's his name didn't respond to me. Do you got hope in Trey Lance?
Yeah, I like Trey. I think we should
Okay.
sit him for the first couple of games, though. I don't think we should throw him out there to the wolves. Let him play a couple preseason games,
Uh-huh.
Let him get his feet wet first. I don't believe in just throwing him out there. We got Jimmy Jimmy is a bum. I don't like Jimmy, but he could back up some shit up.
Well, you think Jimmy G a bum?
I don't like Jimmy. I hate Jimmy. Not hate him like that. Not I'm just as a football player,
Go ahead, Lou. He's been trying to do something.
This where Lou confusing me. You know what I'm saying? I've been keeping up with y'all team. I haven't been watching y'all team as much as other people.
You ain't been watching us. That's why we got a real young squad. Like we real young. We wasn't even supposed to make it to the Super Bowl that early. Like we was just trying to rebuild for real. Like
let me finish asking you something, Mac Moses, because I don't feel like Lou being objective. Y'all team over the past couple years, y'all been real good run team.
That nigga always throwing somebody under the bus.
I mean,
romance. Go ahead, though, my man.
Let me ask him the question. I've been watching y'all team, but not hawking y'all team. From what I've seen, y'all have been real successful. Y'all got some good backs. Y'all been good at running the ball, but to come and then the inconsistency of Garoppolo play has hurt y'all.
Yeah, that's why I don't like Jimmy.
But I'm trying to figure out this. One I'm trying to figure out where is Luke get this? Y'all gonna be like a scoring offensive team, scoring the ball a lot.
Look, bro. I don't, cause he looking at it like Kyle Shanahan and his offensive system and scheme and all that. But I'm looking at it from a realistic point of view. We got a rookie quarterback. We know Jimmy. He gonna eventually get hurt. He gonna have to play. I'm not saying we're gonna go to Super Bowl and all this shit. I'm just saying we can build on what we already have with the young guys we have.
But I'm asking you specifically about your offense. I'm not saying y'all can't be a good team.
We gonna put up points. That's what I'm saying. Like Lou wasn't lying when he said putting up 28. I'm not saying like a top 5 offense, but we gonna be a top 10 offense because we got a coach that could just move the ball. Like Kyle Shanahan, you gotta give me like that dude gonna put up points everywhere he go. Whatever quarterback, we put up points with the third. We was losing. But we was losing because we was doing dumb shit, turn the ball over, doing, mental mistakes and shit. That could be cleaned up,
Okay.
So,
and don't forget about the deep, half the defense.
Yeah, damn, everybody was gone. You watched the season last year, second season, damn, everybody we had on IR, the quarterback, Bosa, Kittle, all the damn near all the niggas was on IR.
The offensive line with hurt and a quarterback.
That don't never happen. When does that ever happen? That never happens. Like, so I'm not saying we about to go to the Super Bowl, but we gonna be like, relevant, like at least like I'm not saying we gonna go all the way and win, but we gonna have a chance to, beat some of the teams, especially in our division, because we always play the Rams and the Cardinals and the Seattle, and then we ain't scared of Seattle. Like we always play them niggas tight. So we could get a wild card with a rookie quarterback. I'll be happy with that shit, man. Because we already young.
Still hamstring.
Yeah, Lou just be like he be turned, you know what I mean? But shit, like I look at it because we got our secondary. I'm really worried about our secondary.
Because y'all first, they set y'all. Hey, Matt Moses, they set y'all up really, really bad because y'all got to right out the gate. Y'all got to play the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna say bad. That's a good test. That's a good test for y'all.
Mhm.
How you feel y'all gonna perform against first game?
The first game, like I said, if our defense is
first
back,
game out the gate, y'all got the Chiefs, Chargers. They just got rid of my boy over there because he went on over the linebacker. They just moved him, and then y'all got the Raiders that third game. So y'all coming with some real competitiveness because
we always come with that heat for the Raiders though. We always come with that's gonna be the old battle of the Bay. So like I said, I'm not really worried
Well,
if
you
it
know
gets
what I'm
tight.
saying?
Like I said with Trey backing up Jimmy, I could see if Jimmy if we start losing early, I could see the fan base turning on Jimmy real quick. We already don't like Jimmy, so if he start fucking up and we lose to Kansas City or get blown out, or some bullshit like that happen, we gonna be calling for Trey. I could see that happening quick.
But see
I'm just being honest.
see that's fucked up right there, Moses. You
How does
can't
it
do
make
that.
sense to have
That
a good
motherfucker,
offense?
y'all not even giving that motherfucker a chance, and y'all
Hey,
ready
if
to
them
pull the
motherfucker come out
plug.
the bat
Let that
0
nigga see if he can
3,
progress first, nigga.
Oh,
I'm not
but
talking
this,
about Trey. I'm talking about this nigga Jimmy.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let
He
him
ain't got no
see if he
chance.
can
We
come
drafted
out
this young
there
nigga.
and redeem himself.
We
You
drafted this
already
young
ready to pull
nigga.
the plug on that
Redeem
nigga.
what? Redeem
hold
what?
on, this
I'm
what
We gonna
saying
put
to
a third
redeem
string on his
himself from what he
record.
played. You already said he was ass.
You don't trade up and give away all that damn draft capital to sit
Uh-huh.
this guy for the whole damn
Uh-huh.
season. Eventually, he gonna get in there. And if Jimmy's fuck up, he gonna have to get up.
Like you waiting on him to do, okay?
this what
Right?
this what
I'm
don't
not
make
saying like I just
You
know how
ready for
Jimmy
Trey
is.
Lance.
Like you don't
this
be
don't
watching the game. You just see, oh, we was
but,
winning, and his record. Like, nah, we run the ball. We was running the ball. That was a running back doing all the work, not Jimmy.
but
Yeah, you right. I
this
give you
is
that.
not making
Jimmy wasn't
sense.
doing none of that shit.
Yeah, that's
That was
facts.
Mostert. You know the Mostert nigga that was taking it 80 yards on one carry. Like
Mm-hmm.
that was
That's
him doing all
facts.
that shit.
But
That's
Matt, this thing
facts.
what don't make sense. Y'all talking about your offense being good, all in the midst of having quarterback issues. Like how that don't add up to me. You get what I'm saying? Who says their offense gonna be good, all in the midst of possibly having quarterback issues? Like I don't get that.
It ain't no quarterback issues. We know we about to get rid of that nigga Jimmy. And we know it's
Bro,
Trey's spot.
I'm gonna
Ain't no
say it
second chance
again.
with Trey. I don't know what the fuck. If I don't know who trade up, who does that? Who trades
I'm
up
not
3 picks
arguing
to
that.
get a
Y'all
quarterback
convincing us
not
y'all gonna
playing?
have a good offense in the midst of possibly switching out a quarterback for a rookie. Do you get what I'm asking you?
They're not. I see. I understand what you're saying. They're not gonna be a top offense. I didn't say they was gonna be a top 5 offense, bro. I just
No,
said
but
they're gonna be able to move the ball and they're gonna be able to score points. I didn't say
you
they was
kind
gonna put up
of
30 a game.
live Lou saying that y'all gonna still put up
Lou
points.
said that shit. I didn't say that. I just said they're gonna be able to
I
score
still
points.
feel like that we're gonna still put up points.
I don't
So
know if we're gonna put up 30 a game, Lou, because we're gonna have a rookie quarterback.
last year
But I know
y'all
we're gonna be able to as long as we could run that Brock and we could do a little play action, Kyle gonna move that ball. He gonna be able to score points. Now, like I said, it might not be 30 a game because you got a rookie quarterback. You got to be realistic.
but that's
What rookie come
say
out?
you gonna score points, but still gonna have quarterback issues. That's what I'm not getting.
It ain't gonna be no quarterback issues because he gonna be the quarterback. By week 6, he gonna be the quarterback.
Y'all
He gonna be
banking on a rookie quarterback to come in and shore up all y'all issues. I
He
mean,
ain't
I
showing
know,
up on all our issues. We got way more issues than that.
but I'm saying offense. The goal of the offense is scoring the ball. So if y'all scoring the ball offense, how y'all gonna be having quarterback issues if y'all scoring the football?
If we go ahead and trade that nigga, ain't gonna be no quarterback issues. The only reason why I issue because it's a question and he in the building. So if you get rid of that question, there ain't gonna be no issues. I mean, but he young. Trey is young, so like I said, like I told you, I'm not banking on it.
I'm saying y'all gonna put up points, so somebody's gonna be in there put up points. You don't put up points.
Somebody gonna be in there. It don't matter who in there. I'm saying, even if we had a practice squad or backup to Trey and Jimmy playing, we still gonna be able to put up points because we still gonna be able to move the ball. Now we might not win those games. I'm not saying we gonna win, but we're not gonna get shut out with the type of coach that he knows how to.
I agree, y'all got a good running game, but you put up points in the passing game. You know that, right?
Yeah, he knows how to get people open in the passing game. Do you never, like I said, I watched the games and I see the plays. He gets a lot of people open and they not executing because it's third string niggas. Of course, they not gonna execute it if they shitty as fuck and they backups to the backups. So I'm looking at it, I see what you're saying, but like the only reason why it's a question because he's still in the building. So like if they go ahead and do that, I want them to get rid of him Like honestly, if they do keep him for a little bit, I want them to trade him eventually until they get a deal. Because I don't want that to, because like that's gonna start controversy. Because like if he start losing, the fans gonna call for his head, and you trade all that draft capital up. Well, it wasn't even a lot because we was trading like we did trade like
They
two
traded up to get a. They traded up to get a. Instead of trying to get a wide receiver, they got damn defensive lineman.
But yeah, you build in the trenches, so I don't mind really trading up to get guys like that position.
Like that. Why y'all need to get a wide receiver?
We didn't really need another wide receiver. I think we needed another offensive line.
The Cowboys are lucky they got that wide receiver because I was surprised that the 49ers had a chance to grab him.
Honestly, bro, I didn't want another wide receiver. We've been drafting receiver for the past 3-4 years, bro. Like let's draft. We drafted the corners. Like we needed corners. We drafted them in the it was 3rd, 4th round. Okay, the 1st, 2nd round we got a lineman. So we drafted our positions and needs. Like all these sexy picks, getting a receiver. Saying like yeah, we can get one, but we drafted one in the 1st round the past 2 years. Look how they panned out. Dante Pettis, we cut him. He playing for the Giants. Dante Pettis was a waste of a pick. And we traded up to get him. So at some point you got to start building in them trenches, man.
I think the steal was Elijah Mitchell though.
Oh, from Louisiana.
Yeah, I feel like because y'all getting the running game. I know you.
They
like
said
we
he
all
ran
right
like
on the
4.3
running.
or something like that. They said
he was a steal on there. Nobody even looking at him. And then Leonore from Oregon.
From Oregon, yeah. Andre, yeah, Lenoir. He nice though too. I like him.
Y'all beefed up Hey Moses, y'all beefed up your offensive line. Y'all got more from Western, and y'all got that OT, another offensive tackle.
We got the one offensive tackle from Notre Dame. I forgot his name. Big Samoan looking dude. I forgot his name.
Hold on.
I probably have to look him up. I don't know him by the tip of my tongue. But we did some real good things in the draft. And like I said, we young still.
Aaron Banks.
Aaron Banks. Aaron Banks, yeah. I think he's gonna be something special.
I could see y'all being a young team that's still got a strong defense and run the ball, but all this offense.
Of course y'all go like.
Hold up, man. What about y'all? What about y'all, Sal? Y'all gonna be a top offense this year?
Y'all have they probably gonna be a top offense. Lou, to be honest with you, they probably are, because based off how the game is now and the type of quarterback they have and the weapons they have on offense, they're gonna be a top offense, bro.
It's just our defense.
What it is. You know what I mean?
Young.
Your quarterback
that Prescott better have a back bounce back.
I'm not gonna say he's gonna be MVP, but Dak is one of my favorite quarterbacks. Like I said, you already know I like Dak. I always support all the brothers that can play and deserve earn that shit. So
yeah, outside of
him to bounce back this year.
Yeah, and Dak is proven that he can make plays on the field. You know what I'm saying? Now the only concern is, can he bounce back from this injury, because it did look bad. But if he can, we've seen 2 years ago we were the number 1 offense in the league. Yeah, we had other issues within the team, from, you can say, coaching and then other things, defense. But Dak did go out there and put up numbers. A lot of people try to say stat pattern and all.
97 QB rating, 104 out the gate.
You talking about numbers after the game's already over with, done with?
How can you put up numbers after the game over?
Because some of those games that they lost last year, and I'm talking about like 2 years ago, he put up great numbers, but y'all still lost the game.
Yeah,
that's how the product of having a bad team. That's
all right, South. I'm gonna be, since I'm not a fan of y'all, I'm gonna tell you how I'm seeing it. Okay, I feel like y'all offensive line, like Tyron Smith, he needs to be able to stay. He's not the same.
No, go
In
downstairs.
the other tackle y'all got, he not cutting it. So I'm concerned about y'all tackles, and if they could keep Dak upright.
Last year is Leon Collins. He got hurt.
Yeah,
And he never
La'el Collins, he got hurt, and so with Dak coming off that injury and having to be protected, that's why I'm concerned about y'all team, what y'all offense as far as concerned.
Mhm.
Other than that, y'all got a real young defense. I like y'all corners. I like Diggs. I wanted Diggs real bad.
He's a ball hawk.
Sorry we didn't pick him. I got him projected to be one of the top 5 corners within the next 2-3 years.
Yeah,
Tops.
he a ball hawk.
Tops.
He not no super sticky cover guy. But
you see Stephon, you see how his brother play on offense.
Yeah.
So you know he gonna be a dog.
Yeah.
So
he a ball hawk.
And then y'all linebackers, I like y'all linebackers, even though they was talking shit and all that shit. I still like how they play Leighton Vander Esch and I still like Jalen Smith, even though he do a lot of bonehead shit.
Let me ask you something, Sal.
He just need to be coached up. But y'all got a nice team too. Y'all got a nice little defense too. Y'all just got to get y'all coaching this shit up right.
Let me ask you something, Sal. Why didn't they just go ahead and promote you on the safety coach into defense coordinator coach? Because I thought he was a better choice than
Jerry Jones with the crazy shit. Jerry Jones always stop.
I don't know. The only thing that might hold y'all back is Mike McCarthy. I do not know what the fuck Mike McCarthy be doing sometimes.
Michael McCarthy is real aggressive, and
he be aggressive at the wrong motherfucking time though.
Yeah,
when you need to just run the ball. Some of you just need to run the ball.
I ain't never seen them go for so many 4th downs.
Right.
He playing it like we play. He coaching like he on Madden, man. He going for everything.
Right. It's 4th and 1, and he line up in a 5 receiver set on 4th and 1.
But
come on, man.
I will say this: it is some questions about McCarthy, but we did have a year where, him being a new coach, no count, all this. So we're gonna really get to see what he gonna do. He's been I think he's a good offensive coach. I don't know if he's a good head coach. But
you got to look at it too, like this too, like the coaching in that division as well too. You get thinking about Joe Judge, he a young coach.
Like
you don't have no experience. Rivera, he got experience. He's a good defensive coach. That's why I said Washington will probably be the only team that'll really be able to fuck with y'all when it really come down to crunch time, because he the only coach with experience. With McCarthy got a Super Bowl ring, so I give him that. So you got to show him respect on that.
I got it.
Y'all do it. Y'all can't. I was just gonna say it, but y'all can't do the same shit. Almost like since the 90s. Y'all run the ball great for a couple of games. Next thing you know, y'all change everything up. Try to be a more passing team. That's when y'all start losing games. Like why y'all? I don't know why y'all keep changing it up. Like if it started working in the beginning of the season, why y'all want to try to change everything up in the middle of the season? That would get y'all in trouble.
What are you talking about, the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Let me say this. Let me say this real quick.
That's how they've been playing different lately, though. The past couple of years, they didn't change it up how they. That's why I was saying, like, they more of a passing team now. They like running gun. Like I ain't gonna lie, it's fun watching their offense play, bro.
Like,
but let me get this in here real quick. Let me say this. Let me say this real quick because this is about the Cowboys. Hold on,
Tony Pollard, and that'll y'all.
Hold on 1 minute.
Put up more points.
Y'all were talking about the Cowboys right now. The situation you talk about, Vander Esch, Matt Moses. I think you mentioned him. You said he do a lot of boneheaded stuff. Listen, that's an elephant in the room that they're gonna have to solve because they got Parsons and everything, and I feel like Parsons gonna eventually just go ahead and take over at that linebacker because he could never stay healthy. So I'm not gonna just automatically shit on McCarthy because we're dealing with injuries.
He can't stay healthy. You gotta cut your ties and get rid of him. We got rid of Quan Alexander, and we ain't feel bad about it. We got a little late round pick. Hopefully that late round pick, boom. Shit, we wanted more. Shit, we could have got more. We would have got a first round. Sometimes you got to get rid of. It is what it is. Shit, you drafted them high. Everybody don't pan out. Shit. The thing about the football shit, a fifth, sixth round pick could be a superstar. The first round pick don't have to be all time. Don't be the best. So shit. Hell yeah. Y'all get rid of him, trade him. Y'all get him a fourth. If y'all get it, I'm pretty sure y'all get a fourth, fifth rounder for him. You know what I'm saying? Or y'all could bring him back or have him back up Parsons. I would start Parsons though, because why not? He fit in with the defense. I mean, you put Parsons back there, he changes the whole defense. That's why I said with a linebacker like that, you put him back there, he gonna get Jalen lined up right. He gonna get D-Lo not making no boneheaded plays. He gonna have that secondary lined up right. Y'all rookie corners and all them young corners y'all drafted gonna be looking nice, like for real. You put him back there, a middle linebacker like that, change the whole defense.
One of the
Like
things,
how we got Fred Warner, he could be like that for y'all. For real.
One of the things a lot of people don't realize is we have a lot of linebackers. We're gonna be still running a 3-4. I didn't know this, but we still gonna run something similar to a 3-4.
Now that I think about it, I think y'all should switch to a 4-3.
Nah, I thought we were gonna do that, but we actually still gonna be running a 3-4. But I think we're more 4-3 discipline, like a 3-4 under. But if you look at it, we have some linebackers that can rush the passer. Because one thing, I don't think Jalen Smith is a Mike. He's more of a rushing type linebacker. He can rush the passer because you remember he done that in Notre Dame. He's a good blitzer, and Parson can do that as well. He can blitz and rush too. So we might see us in a lot of different packages. Where
y'all gotta do something about your defense end though, man, because that dude's stealing money right now. He seems like he don't care.
D-Law ain't playing bad as people think. He's been getting double teamed because front.
Trust me, if you put somebody on the other side of D-Law that could rush the passer, not even as good as him, but just halfway, he'll put up them same type of numbers he was putting up before he got that deal. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you have somebody else that could take the pressure to where you're not getting double team all the time, that makes a big difference on the line. Like a Myles Garrett, he already was eating without a Jadeveon Clowney. Imagine how much he gonna eat with Clowney. Like, you gotta take that consideration of Shaq Barrett too with Tampa Bay. They won the Super Bowl. And S. Young could attest this. When y'all added Sue and y'all added Jason Pierre-Paul to that defense, what happened? Y'all was getting sack after sack after sack. So this is gonna be the same concept. You know what I mean? When you add somebody else to that line, that could, like the Packers when they added Preston as Darius Smith, like they already had. I forgot. Well, no, they didn't have nobody. But shit, I was just giving examples and shit though. That's all.
Yeah, but we still got big questions of these acquisitions we made. Would that beef us up to stop the run? And we're talking about personnel. When our scheme, will we be able to pressure the passer? Because I think our young secondary, they're gonna get burnt, but they some aggressive ball hawkers. They'll go get the ball too. They're not scared to go pick that ball off. But with a nice aggressive defense, I think they could have some of the young guys could make some plays on the ball.
I mean, shit. With the offense like that, it really ain't gonna matter. To be honest, y'all young defense, y'all gonna give up a lot of big plays, or like you said, they're gonna get burnt. So
yeah, but if we can get turnovers, if we can pressure the quarterback, get turnovers, that could determine how good we really can be though with an offense like that. We don't got to be no top 10 off defense and nothing like that. But if we can get pressure, get some sacks, we might give up some big plays, but then we get some big turnovers. With an offense like that, man, we could be better than a lot of people think, but that's what we're thinking for now. The team's still young, but I expect our offense to be a top 3 offense. If that can come back and get informed, if we got so many weapons, man, it's just hard to match up. But for a top defense to match up with all those weapons,
Be honest with you, I thought New Orleans coach was going to be the head coach of the Cowboys someday.
Oh, Peyton. I mean, he used to be coach for us. He used to be a coordinator for us about 20 years ago, 15, 20 years ago. You know.
Nigga Sean Payton, he been around NFL for a minute.
Like that still happened though, but it's gonna take a large amount of money.
Oh, Sean Payton.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think. I mean, he's been in New Orleans for a while. It don't look like he going nowhere. No reason to go nowhere. They done pretty much done whatever he wanted him to do. You know, he was suspended for a whole year. They waited for him to come back after the allegations and stuff. They've been kind of committed to. They've been pretty much committed to him. You know. I mean, they have a nice little young team, good defense. You know, it's just about finding the quarterback where they can continue. Because, you know, Drew Brees, I've been saying Drew Brees been done for about 2-3 years now. I mean, he good enough to get you to the playoffs, but once you play better defenses and better coaches, they know he can't throw the ball downfield. You know, you're not gonna beat nobody if you can't throw the ball downfield in the playoffs. Right. You're gonna have to have a ridiculous running game. Or something like that.
Even then, it can only take you so long. You got to have a quarterback that could get you over that. You can make them throws and all that type of shit, man.
You see they kept losing.
That ain't true.
They kept losing to
that ain't true.
To the Vikings because they run cover too.
Listen,
you can't throw down that and get them out of that.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear this long ball stuff no more. Yeah, nigga, y'all niggas want that nigga to take risks and lose the damn game, nigga.
You gotta be able to stretch the defense, though.
You know what I'm saying, Matt Moses? Hey, that nigga Dak was killing 13-3 out the gate without a run, without a long ball.
No, that's a lie. He won the top. Since he started, he one of the top quarterbacks at throwing deep.
Who?
He is Dak. You didn't know that?
No,
he one of the top. He is one of the top quarterbacks that having big plays over 20 yards. You didn't know that?
Yeah, big plays. But I'm talking about y'all want him. I'm talking about consistently.
Yeah.
They want him. They want him to always throw.
You don't have to throw bombs. You don't have to. You don't have to throw bombs. You don't have to throw bombs to fucking move the ball. Everybody knows that. It's more than one ways to fucking get past the ball though. You could like Drew Brees. That's what he does. Everything he do is chopping down the field.
And South. That's why his quarterback. What does he average over career? 97.3. Out the gate he was 104. Then that very next year he went down a little bit, but then he came right back and was 98 when they went 10-6.
This is the thing. The problem with Drew Brees is you don't have to complete a lot of deep balls, but it's no threat there if you throwing it deep. He don't have the arm. Even you look at Brady. Brady ain't got the greatest arm, but if you sit in some defenses and there's some people get over the top, he gonna take advantage of it.
Right.
And you know what the guy was talking about that Michael Thomas. You don't remember he tweeted?
Yeah, I think I remember that.
You remember that, Matt? He had a tweet about that after they lost in the playoff this year. He tweeted.
I think I remember. He was
like, you know what I'm saying?
But you
remember exactly what he said.
Even with you saying all that though, Sal, about like that, and you know him being the top in throwing the deep ball, especially under pressure situations, right? They still don't talk about the fact of how leading up to New Orleans 1 year, he had yet to throw a single turnover. He was 0 in turnovers up until that New Orleans game, in which they had lost against New Orleans, I think it was that year.
The only time Dak really turned the ball over a lot, I'm gonna break it down, is when Tyron Smith is out of the lineup. That's when he have a lot of turnovers. When Tyron Smith get injured and our offensive line start to be stagnated, where they moving other people, because you know when your left tackle out, they start, that shift your whole O-line. That's the only time his play has really struggled, when Tyron Smith is out.
And to
That's
a degree, with what's it called? When Zeke wasn't performing up to
oh
par
no,
either.
no, that's not even true either. I'm gonna tell you what
That
he
is
kind of
true because
no.
because he relied on Zeke for some of those plays. They were trying to mix it up with the running. They were trying to do
I'm
the
talking about
run and a little pass on short yardage too.
no. So to be honest, he struggled when Tyron was out, and he struggled that year until we got Amari Cooper. Because you remember we went in that year and they got rid of Dez, and we didn't have no number one receiver. We had a young Gallup, and then we had all these Sam. What was it? What you call from the Jaguars? And they were blaming Dak. I think it was 2018. They were saying Dak is not a good quarterback. Then we
Yeah,
traded with the Titans to get Amari Cooper. Then he started having 400-yard passing game, and he led the league in passing after up to that point for the rest of the year after we got Amari Cooper.
right. And see the thing about Amari Cooper that a lot of people don't they fail to realize is that he's still productive. Well, he's a 1,000 yard getter ever since he's been in the league, right?
Yeah,
He
Amari,
been 1,000 yard every single year.
Yeah,
yeah.
Mark Cooper. Yeah.
The problem with Amari Cooper though is he like to drop balls in the clutch.
Nigga, man, you better get out. Man, Amari Cooper, dog, that motherfucker shows up, man.
Nah, you must say we're watching the Cowboys, nigga. Amari Cooper,
What? Amari Cooper has
tell him that, man. That nigga go crazy, then drop a ball when you need him to.
I mean, he wasn't as bad. He wasn't as bad as
Hey,
what you did.
I'm speaking as a non-Cowboys fan. To be honest with you, CD's better than all of them.
Yeah, he is.
Who?
You gonna see this year.
CD
Lamb gonna be a monster.
Lamb is better than Amari Cooper. He will be better than Amari Cooper.
Okay, we'll see.
From my eye test,
and
he's better
you know,
already.
I bet you Amari Cooper
Not
have
already,
a better
but
season.
he gonna get there, man.
Y'all-
Amari, he
I
good.
bet you
but
Amari Cooper will have a better season.
CD Lamb probably would have threatened that Moss record if Dak was playing. He had 970 some receiving yards with
CD probably would have broke that shit if he would have played the whole year.
So y'all think that
I'm just saying what I personally think. I think CD's gonna be better. I'm not saying he's better than him right now. Of course not. He's a rookie, second year. But I think he's gonna have a monster year next year, and he's gonna be one of the top receivers.
CD fearless too.
Yeah. I think he's written all over him from day one since I seen him playing in Oklahoma.
Mark Cooper is not fearless. He a great route runner, but that nigga will drop the ball when you need him sometimes.
He was dogging niggas in Oklahoma. I seen him pushing niggas on the ground his freshman, sophomore year, dogging niggas, safeties, pushing them on the ground. I knew that nigga was gonna be a superstar.
Yeah,
y'all gotta steal.
Hold on one second.
He gonna be Hall of Famer type career.
Okay. Watch. Okay, look. Hey, look, you sitting up in here and you talking about Amari Cooper was dropping all these balls south. Man, what's it called? Deontay Johnson was the one that was dropping. He dropped way more. He dropped 13. Ingram dropped 11. And Mecole Hardman.
These dudes are not on no Amari Cooper level. He's a
okay. And that's why I told you. How are you gonna even put? Why are you talking about just him dropping a couple passes or whatever?
He do. And Matt Moses, you watch Cowboys?
Yeah, that nigga, I watched the Cowboys.
Nigga dropping a whole bunch of passes is 16, 14, Judy from Broncos.
He does drop passes in the clutch moments, but motherfucking all receivers drop passes. You know what I mean? You can't really hold that. I wouldn't really hold that.
T.O. dropped a whole bunch of passes. South.
Yeah, all receivers drop passes.
I remember I told you about that. T.O. will catch the ball.
That's what I was saying.
Drop a wide open pass on third down.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of biased because I like that boy Cooper though, man. He a hard worker, man.
I like him, but I'm just telling you some of his weaknesses. He
gonna improve on him.
He don't like dealing with physical corners. And big physical corners, he'll just lay down. And then he drop clutch balls sometimes. When you need him the most, he'll drop that bitch on you. I'm telling you. I seen him do it in the Patriots game.
I mean,
he's still
by that logic. Are you basing that when he was just his first tenure with the Cowboys, or when he was with the Raiders?
That was the issue with him with the Raiders. That was one of the biggest.
I remember. I remember.
You bringing up the Raiders, man? It wasn't even.
That's been an issue with him, though, ain't it, Matt? He used to drop the fucking ball.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all.
Don't get no life jacket, man. Just come on now.
And it was.
Don't try to get him to black you up. So you trying to tell me you ready to replace
y'all
Amari?
Complain about him a lot. Y'all man, I'm saying what I'm here for. I got a lot of Cowboy friends. I got a lot of friends as Cowboy fans, and a lot of these niggas complain about Amari, and a lot of them say CD is better. So I'm not saying like he's a rookie, bro. I'm not saying he's not. I'm not gonna say that already, but from what I'm seeing, he has a higher ceiling than him.
Yeah, CD is.
He has a Hall of Fame type of ceiling.
Sal, who you taking though? Who you taking right now? Who you taking right now?
All-star.
Bro, if I knew we were gonna get CD, if I knew we were getting CD, see, we gave Amari that $100 million contract. Then we went and drafted CD in the draft. We didn't know he was gonna be there. I wouldn't get Amari that money if I knew we were gonna get CD. But he dropped to him. The nigga good, man. Don't get me wrong, but
I ain't even know y'all.
But you would rather have CD at this stage.
That nigga fearless.
No. I like Lamb, man. But Cooper, we can't act like Cooper hadn't came up big in big situations.
Cooper a top receiver, but I'm just telling you, his weaknesses is he dropped the ball when you need him in the clutch. I seen him do it for like 2 years. And then when he faced a physical corner, bro, he'll lay down. When we play Gilmore,
he's a burner though. Like,
laid the fuck down.
He gonna get past them niggas though, man.
He's a burner. That's the only thing. CD's like not. He don't have the same type of speed Amari got. So Amari could take he's a game changer basically. So he gonna take the top off of defense. He gonna change the whole defensive scheme type of shit. So that's where Amari has over CD.
Amari, he's a technician when it comes to routes. Like he'll chop your ass up, boy.
A technician and he's a burner.
Yeah.
And okay. Who would you compare Lamb to Moses and South? Because he had 930. He had 935 last year.
Yeah, I'm comparing Lamb to a big receiver like a Brandon Marshall. Like a Brandon Marshall. A motherfucking like a Mike Evans, like one of the like a bigger body receiver. That's what I'm comparing. Like, he's not as big as Mike Evans, but I'm comparing him to like a he's
a big receiver to get yak. He gets a lot of yak. And he plays bigger. He plays like a bigger receiver. He plays bigger than his size. And when he gets the ball in space, he eats up y'all. He gets yak.
Yeah. But like a Larry Fitzgerald, but he's faster than Larry Fitzgerald.
Yeah, that's a
You know what I mean? Like that's what I see. Yeah.
That's a good one. He like a more athletic Fitzgerald. And he's fearless.
Faster Fitzgerald. Mm-hmm. That's why I said
Cooper not finna go across that middle and risk getting hit.
No, that
nigga chop you up on the route though.
And when you get in the ball, he could get away from you. He might not he can't burn you like Amari can, but when he get the ball, he ain't gonna take him down. That's a different type of you know what I'm saying? So
he had two what's it called? Amari Cooper. What's his name? CD Lamb. He had 8 drop passes, right?
I don't know how many drop passes. He
had 8. CD Lamb had 8 drop passes. You know how many? Hey, Matt Moses and South. You know how many he got credited with Cooper?
I remember. You only remember a drop pass in a crucial moment. I swear to God.
He dropped 2 drops, man. South, man. Come on, man. 8-2.
But answering y'all, man, I'ma say right now it's Amari, but for the future, I'm
Oh,
saying
South fell out. There you go.
That's-
Right, South gonna be like, no, no, no.
yeah.
what we telling? This what
I
we.
said who's better, but who's better right now? Amari's better right now, of course, because he's a veteran. But for the future, I believe from what I see that CD is gonna end up being a better receiver all time, career wise, when they both of their careers is done. But Amari's
It's
better
a,
right now because he a vet.
Moses.
Yeah.
Look, it said Lamb. Listen, Moses and South. It said Cooper. He only dropped 2 passes for the whole season in 2020. You know what Lamb's drop rate was? 7.2%. He dropped 8 passes.
He was a rookie. Of course, he gonna have a
Yeah,
lot.
no, I don't want to hear that. You are talking about I
I'm
don't want
not
to hear
using
that,
it as
man.
no
I
excuse.
don't want to hear that, man. I don't
Listen,
want
All
to hear
right,
this,
that. Come on, man. Yeah.
if you watch the
Go
game,
ahead, Moses. Go ahead.
okay.
if you watch,
The reason why he had more drop passes, okay, for one, you got to take in consideration that he had a backup quarterback down there the whole year passing to him, so he didn't have the
Yeah, I
same
know
chemistry. Okay, for
that.
one, I'm giving
I know you talking
10,
about
I'm
dog.
giving reasons, bro. Like these are
No, you're
legit
right.
reasons. He had a backup, so you have no chemistry with a quarterback. Of course, you're gonna have drops every now and then, and this shit and that and other. And then for 2, he's a rookie, so he's getting used to the NFL and getting used to how to, be nutrition wise and how to get things in order. He confused, and he's a young man coming to the NFL.
Okay.
So of course, that's why I think, the
Nah.
reason is so
hold on. This year was pretty much a wash for us. If you go back to his 2 years
drops
with
and
them,
shit, like
when a lot of crucial games and crucial times, Cooper would drop the ball. See, I seen some of Lamb drop. Lamb dropped some balls where he got tattooed, where this nigga jumping up in the air, a ball that I know
But
like a lot of receivers wouldn't even go to try to catch. Like he fearless. He a
but
dude.
he
Huh?
didn't even have more. He didn't even have more. He didn't even have more than guys like Ridley, Alshon, Edelman. In 2019, he only had a 4.1. You know what Calvin Ridley had? 10.5. You know what Alshon had? 8.5. You know what Mike Evans had? He had a 5.8. You know what
Alshon
Julio
Jeffrey.
Jones had? He had a 5.6. You know what Julian Edelman had? 8.3. So you trying to tell me 4.1 is horrendous? Even
I'm
if it
telling
is in a
you,
pressure situation.
are you listening, bro?
No,
That shit when
what are you
when
talking
the
about?
game is on the
He got
line
a
and you can't
4.1.
throw. That's
Calvin Ridley got a
why are you
10.5.
talking about the stats? We talking about when the game when this
Oh, no. So now you want to move that goalpost. Nigga, you the
why
one
you
bringing up numbers all
been
the
saying
goddamn
this
time.
whole time? Haven't I been
Nigga,
saying this whole time when
nah,
on
you bring up, nigga, you
people drop the
notorious for
ball
bringing
for
up
you?
numbers and stats and statistics. I
But
can't
you
even say the
bringing up
damn
drops
word.
for the game. We talking about
Analytics and all this other bullshit. But then when you throw it on his ass, then he's like, well, no, it was
Hey,
because of
South,
this.
I got a question for you, South, bro.
oh
So
goodness.
with the emergence of CD Lamb, would you consider trading Amari Cooper? That's my question. I
They
don't want
gonna
to start no shit.
it's not,
I just want to
it's
put
not gonna happen because they're gonna have to get rid of Gallup.
because you gave him $100 million contract and you see this young nigga clearly is gonna be better than him.
You hear
Would you
me?
do it?
Listen, it's not gonna happen because Gallup gonna be gone next year.
Oh yeah.
Gallup leaving?
Thought about that shit.
Yeah, they ain't gonna be able to pay
Yeah,
Gallup.
they ain't
They
gonna be
already
able to
got him
find
for the
him.
$100
Yeah.
million contract.
No, okay.
They signed him
That
for
makes,
that.
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah,
Hey,
no, I
just
wouldn't
because
trade. No. I was just asking a question. I wouldn't trade
no,
based
Hold
you
off
all
of what
right,
you just
Moses.
said.
No. Matter of fact, I want you in this. No, listen, I encourage you and South because I'm covering the games too. I'm gonna watch every single Cowboy game just because of this, and I'm gonna see how this scenario plays out. I don't want nobody. I don't want nobody ducking nothing. It's just like South didn't want to show up. Just like he said, what's it called was gonna get blown out in the finals. And guess what? I heard crickets. Nigga, you said Milwaukee was gonna blow out what's it called, the Suns.
Oh, and yeah.
Yeah, you said it was gonna be a blowout. I was like, what's South at, man?
I wasn't running from that. I mean, it didn't happen. I don't be running from being wrong.
I'm fucking with you, man.
But this is, I don't know why you trying to convolute what I said about Cooper. I said this nigga drops and push it down.
No,
he been leading the league.
You blow it way out of proportion.
Bro, if you watch our game, that's been
kind of blown out of proportion, bro. Because you got to think about it. Y'all be dysfunctional on offense sometimes, bro. Like a lot of times, it be a lot of crazy shit that don't be his fault. You know what I'm saying? That y'all will be like,
you dropping fucking balls type shit. Whether we dysfunctional or not, I done seen this nigga drop.
You can't blame it on the player all the time. You know what I mean? Like.
I'm not saying
and South and Moses. I love Calvin Ridley. That matter of fact, I got him behind AB as my next favorite receiver. But Calvin Ridley, let's come on, man. He had a lot of drop balls that year.
I mean, yeah, hell yeah. I was saying like, okay, like say the quarterback throw it behind him type shit. Like I ain't mean like you say I can't blame him on time. I mean like it's shit that happened like with the timing and shit. Like I was saying like. That don't be right with the quarterback. Once I guarantee you think he went off with them backups, when you put that in there, he gonna really go off.
Well, so, when I watch a game, I can break down to the T what's going on. I wish y'all bro, Amari Cooper is one of the top receivers in the league. I'm just telling you some of the weaknesses and what's some of the people that like me. Other people that break down the game watch. He'll smoke the average corner with his route running. But the problem is Amari Cooper is fearless. He a burner. And he could double move the hell out of you with some of his moves and route running. But when the game on the line and you need a catch, that's a concern you have with him. He will let you down, man. With some of your best receivers, you expect for him to make a play and catch the ball. I'm not saying he don't never do it, but he will drop it.
But he really don't have to do everything now that he got CD there.
I agree. But I'm just saying that's one of the criticisms that we have about Cooper. Cooper he's not considered a fearless receiver where he gonna go get that ball no matter what. But he will create separation with his route running, and he make a lot of big plays just off of how good he is at running routes, setting people up for double moves.
Yeah.
But he's not finna go across no middle on no, you know what I'm saying, like a lamb. Nothing like
that's
that.
Not his strength. I mean, Marvin Harrison didn't do that shit, but he's still one of the
everybody not built. Everybody not don't have it. They don't have that built for them going to the middle. Everybody ain't a TO. Everybody ain't a what's his name that played way back in the days.
I'm just critiquing the play
for the Rams.
We know every player don't got the same skill set. I'm just telling you some of the strengths and weaknesses of Cooper.
All right.
And that's one of the concerns we have. We don't watch him when we needed him to make a play. The ball hit both his hands on third or fourth down, and be like, "How did you?"
Okay. So let me ask you this, South. Okay, I put what's his name on the hot seat. I put Moses on the hot seat about Garoppolo. Do you see Cooper coming back and making vast improvement to his game now that Dak is back? We don't know if he's 100%, but let's assume that he's somewhere damn near like at least 85, 90%. Do you see him making strides in that area?
Cooper is who he is, man. He in like his 8th or 9th season. We have other weapons.
What?
Cooper is who he is.
He is not set in his ways. He's still young.
Man,
bro, how is he? Dude is like 26 years old. He ain't even hit the prime yet.
bro,
He's still
this is
getting
like
better,
his
man.
whole season,
Hey,
bro.
Damn, you give up on the nigga quick. I would hate to be in a battle with South. South would be like, nah, I give up on this nigga. Fuck that.
dude
This
still
is like
young.
this is
He ain't good
he going
yet.
into his eighth season, bro. I know he started at 21. Next year
But
will be his
still,
eighth
though,
season.
like,
I don't see him turning into a different receiver. He is who he is. He one of the top receivers. Our receivers had it's a lot of receivers can't run around like him, but it's a lot of receivers but he's not as fearless as other receivers. You
so
can't
you feel like he
you
hit his
can't
ceiling? That's
cross
what you
the middle
saying,
on
Sal?
third and three for
He can't get no better. That's what he's saying, Moses.
You saying he hit his ceiling?
you say what?
You say he hit his ceiling?
I think I don't see him getting no better than what he is.
I
We have
don't think so, bro.
we got Gallup who's a
Ooh.
50 guy. We got what you call to play the slot Lamb. We don't have to go to him for every situation. We a deep team. It's not like he playing with, you know what I'm saying, no other talent on the field. We just gotta target him 170, 180 times out of year. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And plus he still demands double team. He demands double team because of how great of a route
Right
runner.
here.
So he might not get. I don't think he's gonna get as
Right.
many targets as. I wouldn't be shocked if he don't get as many targets as Lamb. Because Lamb gonna be 1-on-1 in a lot of situations.
Shit, man.
We have to see, man. I'm gonna be paying attention to that
Me too.
the whole changing, man, because I got faith. I got faith in Cooper that he gonna have a good season. Even all the Cowboys. I even got more faith than what Matt Moses got in Jimmy Garoppolo. I feel like Jimmy Garoppolo could come back and somewhat have it, but you know that boy from Dakota, man, Lance.
I think Lance
That
is
is a
better,
situation to
man.
look at.
Stats. See, this the thing. It was not in the stats. Is when you watch Cooper play. If like sometimes a DB, like a top DB, will outcompete him. It's like
Mhm.
he'll just stop competing, man, and be like, "What are you doing, bro?"
I don't think that would it be, man. Because
That
when you
shit
got a
before.
top DB, you think these niggas is coming into it like,
I watched enough
they're
football
one
to
of the
tell
best. So they gonna be ready to play them too. They
No,
want to play against the best too. So they gonna try to show out too. They don't want to get embarrassed. It's
I
just
know
competitive
that competing
spirit,
versus
bro.
just getting losing battles. I can bring people on the panel that we watch football, we break down what's going on, whether it's a guard fucking up, or center, or whatever, or if they in cover 1, cover 2, cover 3, who blew their coverage. Like I done seen Cooper here getting games. He's still a beast, but that's one of the knocks on him. Like when we play some of the better more physical compact, he'll stop competing. He'll stop competing, man. That don't mean just because he didn't catch a pass that. Just because he caught a pass, he competing. Like I done seen it.
Yeah, I see what you're
He can
saying,
get out the
man.
game because T.O. used to have that issue too. I mean, not T.O. but Moss. You know how Moss, when he can't get in the game, he'll stop competing.
Yeah, he used to just quit, basically.
Yeah, half-ass blocking, doing all, you know what I'm saying, just going through the motion because the ball not coming your way.
Right. That nigga, he was just, if he would have put in half the work that he probably would have been the GOAT.
You know what I'm saying? So Cooper's still a beast, man, and he ain't going nowhere, man. We got him $100 million contract. So unless they decide to keep Gallup and trade him, he ain't going nowhere. But we still got Lamb. Every trait he don't got, Lamb got. That's what I like. You know what I'm saying? Lamb fearless. That nigga will go up. He'll go up in the air with a nigga bearing down on him and still try to grab the ball. And he probably still get a drop for that. I think he done that against y'all too. Now he done that at the end of the year.
He did do it against us, bro. He returned to like onside kick. I ain't never seen nothing like that since Madden, bro. When I seen that shit, I was like, bro, he like one of the best receivers in the game, young nigga. These young niggas, I think the class, I like IU. Don't get me wrong, I think he gonna be one of the best receivers in that class too. That was a nice class.
A
Justin
lot of
Jefferson.
people predicted him to be better than Jefferson, even though
Yeah,
Jefferson had a good rookie year.
Jefferson went off. I think, to be honest, if to put my money on it, I think the three niggas I just named, Lamb, Jefferson, and IU, I think they gonna be the best niggas out out that class, bro. Like I think Judy, I don't think he gonna be as good. Ruggs, I think he just a deep threat.
I don't know why the Raiders always drafting these fast ass receivers that don't never panned out.
Never
They
pan
just
out.
I don't know why they keep doing that shit.
They just be
And the
motherfucking.
plays and all this. Never learn. But if Lamb, I think they complement each other, man. You know, Lamb fearless, and then you got a Cooper that's smooth and he creates separation with his route running.
Yeah, they complement each other perfectly. That's why now that they got the quarterback back, I expect them to take off. Or I expect motherfucking, Lamb to take off. They got their quarterback back. Shit finna go. Them niggas finna go crazy. That offense was already one of the top offenses in the league. So you talking about fantasy? Hell yeah. I'm gonna pick them niggas up on fantasy all the time. I'm drafting that nigga CD Lamb. First, second overall, damn near. Not second overall. Of course, I'm gonna pick my quarterbacks and shit first. But shit, you gonna need a receiver like Lamb. You gonna need a receiver like Gallup. Any of them niggas could go off for 100 at any time, bruh. That's what it is. So, that's a very dangerous offense. You ain't gonna go wrong with any of them receivers, any of the running backs.
Y'all be mossing folks, boy. That nigga will jump up over a little bit. You put a third corner on him, he gonna dog him out.
Hell yeah.
You gonna dog him out, man. I'm saying now our offensive line, it still got some concerns. You know what I'm saying? But when our offensive line healthy, we still one of the better offensive line. Even though it's older, we still one of the better offensive line. Tyron Smith, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
Yeah, y'all niggas just gotta make sure, like I said, make sure y'all protect Dak and y'all good, my nigga. Like, you feel me? Y'all
Dak gonna get the ball downfield.
You say he doesn't get it downfield well enough?
I said Dak gonna get the ball downfield, man. He gonna protect the ball. He gonna get it downfield. Don't let.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
Don't let.
Moses, who better, Romo or Dak?
Dak, bro. Dak. I don't know why people be hating on Dak and all this shit, but you talking about somebody in his rookie year who led a team to the playoffs that hadn't been to the playoffs in how long? How long had it been since y'all been to the playoffs?
Romo did lead them to the
Romo. I understand, but Romo was not a winner like Dak.
No, I like Romo. I like Dak better. I'm just telling you that was a bad point to make because Romo did lead to the playoffs.
Oh yeah, he took y'all to the playoffs. I'm not saying he didn't motherfucking. He's not the leader that Dak is, bro. That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna tell you, that's the only thing. They got their different skill sets, but Dak separated himself with the leadership. That's where he separates himself. The leadership.
He's more of a leader.
Yeah.
Dak, he could, he gonna make a big play. He's more mobile. He could run too.
Big plays now.
Yeah, Romo could run too, but he not gonna run you over like Dak. Dak can take like 2 minutes.
Dak gonna get it in the end zone.
Yeah, Dak gonna get that bitch in there. That's what I'm saying about Dak.
The big separation is the leadership.
Not a top
touchdowns too. That's just where it separated to me. Dak leadership, but Romo was better at throwing them 50-50 balls down the sideline, man.
No rookies. How many rookie? When the last time a rookie quarterback came in and Lamar Jackson did it? But before Lamar Jackson and Dak Prescott,
The thing about Lamar Jackson, he regressing because his game over a period of time don't mesh with the NFL. Like you could come in and shock people,
yeah,
but you can't play like that forever in the NFL.
I mean, yeah,
You know, but
right.
with Dak is a modern quarterback, man. He mobile and he can make plays in the pocket, push the ball downfield. Something that Lamar Jackson can't do. Yeah, he put up these gaudy MVP numbers, but I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs this year. A lot of people shocked by that prediction, but that offense they running, man, and then they division getting better. You can't run that shit, man, and keep winning, man. You're gonna have to be able to pass the ball, man.
Facts.
The Browns been eating them up the past couple of years, running the ball on them, all that, and then the Browns might be the most talented team in the league, man.
Right.
Browns got a squad now. Got backs, got good offensive line, decent quarterback, got good receivers. They got a front four, linebackers, secondary. They got a nice team.
Yeah, the Browns looking good right now, man. Them niggas on their way. For sure. I seen them niggas, like I said, I stay out here, so I've been seeing them niggas building lately, and like I said, I'm impressed with them and shit, so I hope they do good, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I hope they do good.
Ain't nobody hating on Amari Cooper. All receivers got their strengths and weakness, man. I just know I don't watch the dude.
Man, Amari,
glad we got somebody to compliment him. That's why like our last couple of games, you seen them throwing the CeeDee Lamb because that nigga fearless, man. Yeah, he ended up dropping some passes and taking some big hits too. But they know he'll go and try to catch that motherfucker. Cooper ain't finna go across no middle on no third, fourth down and take no fucking hit. See, Marvin Harrison was, I mean, you can't even compare. You know, Marvin Harrison arguably a top 5 receiver. That nigga could catch the ball while he falling, bro. That nigga, he could catch the ball while nigga bearing down on him and be falling at the same time. Who else used to do that? Torrey Hope could do that shit too. Them niggas could run a slant. And while nigga bearing down on them niggas be falling and catch the ball.
Yeah, I'll be like, God damn, dog.
Marvin Harrison had some hands were ridiculous, bro. Cooper ain't on that level now. I know Marvin Harrison. He probably just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That nigga was hell.
Yeah, I was just saying in like similar like games and like route running type of shit.
Yeah.
You know, who was on that level and I mean, he ain't on his level, of course not. But his career ain't over. Like, why you say you feel like he hit his ceiling though?
I mean, he
at 26, 27, I could see if he was like 30, like he's still 26. Like, what do you mean? Like,
he's been in the league 8 years. I don't.
It don't matter how long you've been in the league. Like, you're still young. Like, you not in your prime until you like 30. Ain't that right?
Get better, bro.
He could still get better. He could still get better, bro. Like, so how is he hit his ceiling?
I would love for it to happen, but I don't. It's not practical for a guy that's been playing in the league a certain type of way for so long that all of a sudden just. I'm not saying it can't happen, my guy. I'm just saying I'm not banking on that. Most players that have been in the league that long, they pretty much who they are. Going in their 7th, 8th season, this is who they are. Like, they might have a better season predicated on what's around him. I mean, what's around him could permit for him to have a better season because we got a lot of weapons. But as far as what he does on the field, I mean, I don't see it changing too much. He's a great route runner, creates a lot of separation, explosive. But
I mean, I agree with that too. He's not going to turn it
across the middle.
a nigga trucking niggas and running over the middle all of a sudden now.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna start doing that.
From that
Skip all that South, man. That Amari Cooper a Hall of Famer, bro.
Ain't nobody saying he's not.
he got Hall of Fame. He gonna end up with Hall of Fame numbers, bro.
Ain't nobody saying he's not.
By the time
I'm
he
just saying
retire.
chicken
He gonna
players.
he gonna make vast improvement. And when he do, I want you to, hey, you gotta give it up.
I'm gonna be wrong. He played for my team. I want to be the
Yeah.
best receiver in the league.
Uh-huh. But see,
Why am
you
I be
are,
mad if you do?
huh?
Why am I
Oh
be
nah.
mad?
Well, I wouldn't want you to be. It'd be too easy.
Hey, y'all
You
do
know
be
what I'm
like
saying?
dogging y'all players,
It'd
like
be,
Huh?
y'all be dogging like y'all players and shit
I'm
sometimes,
not.
like
I'm not
Ari and
doubting
shit.
though.
Like
man, Cowboys
he's one of
fans,
the best
South, hey
niggas in the
South, tell them
league.
Cowboys fans, they are hard on their players.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you something. You know how much motherfuckers hated Troy Aikman, and we won 3
Yep.
Super Bowls with him, bro. Niggas couldn't
Yep.
stand Troy Aikman. My family, I'm sick of that motherfucker. I'm like, man, why y'all don't like Troy Aikman? We been winning with this dude.
That's
Yeah,
facts.
but I was winning with him. You talking
I
about
agree.
us
You want
keeping
to
the
put it
nigga?
on?
We ain't winning shit.
Cowboy fans don't like Troy Aikman, bro.
At least Troy Aikman, he won 3 rings with y'all. Y'all still ain't like him? Damn.
That's what I'm saying. So imagine how people feel about Romo. And Romo was a good quarterback, man.
Damn.
There's a lot of people it's people that don't like that. That's just
That
how
nigga D Money love Romo.
but bro, it's a whole tell him, Polo, it's a whole bunch of motherfuckers hate Romo. You just don't know, nigga.
Okay, I ain't know that shit.
Boy, it's a whole bunch of niggas
Y'all
can't
love
stand
him.
him. They Cowboy fans.
Ain't
And
he about to go
Romo
to the Hall
carried
of
him.
Fame?
I
He
said
getting
at
that?
first he might, but it's gonna be hard, man. Cause I started looking at the list, man. It ain't a lot of quarterback Hall of Famers, bro.
Oh yeah.
It
True.
ain't a lot of them. When you look at the list,
But yeah, for that reason, that should be a
hard.
reason why he go. Because of what he did. I mean, as an undrafted free agent, you know, I mean, not a lot of quarterbacks do that undrafted, bro. That's rare, bro. I mean,
Bro.
that is kind of Hall of Fame worthy, you know. Even though he
Go
didn't win shit,
look for
he
yourself.
choked a lot. He still was that guy when he was playing. Like everybody, the motherfuckers was scared to play Romo. Like, you know
I
what
don't
I'm
think
saying? So
it's gonna
yeah,
be hard for him to get in.
yeah. It's gonna be
We
hard.
got a lot of bad stigma media wise behind this play too. Cause really, to be honest with you, he carried us. He carried us a lot of them years. Cause bro, we wasn't supposed to win 4 5
What?
games.
They hate it. They
But
hate
to be
Romo.
honest, like Romo, like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel
Tell him,
about
bro.
Romo.
It's a lot of
Yeah,
Cowboys
South,
hating
South,
him.
South, 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 South. He hitting on facts on that. There's a lot of people that really. That's all I heard. I didn't even hate Romo that much. As some people hated him, and they don't feel like he's a Hall of Famer. And I'm one of them, Matt Moses. He's a great regular season quarterback. As South put it, I got to give South credit on this. He got the best numbers, one of the best numbers in all time history in terms of his numbers in regular season. But in terms of his overall career, to me, he's not a Hall of Famer.
But you know, they probably gonna put him in there just because he played for y'all. So
I
you
don't
know
think
how the fucking media be, bro. They don't be really watching the games. And shit.
only
They
the fact
gonna
that
just
he's one of the
talk
great
a little
announcers.
shit.
He's a great commentator, so that might help him. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
he
saying?
gonna get in there, bro. Like,
Just like
me
Howard
personally, I feel the same way as Polo feel. I feel like as far as like, you know, all-time great quarterbacks, I don't have in my all-time great quarterbacks. He's an all-time great Cowboy though. You know what I mean? He's an all-time great.
he got all the records
Yeah.
as far as
He
quarterback.
broke all the records. He broke Troy Aikman. He was a better quarterback than Troy Aikman than me. So, you know, but it's all like you said, it's, you know, opinion based shit. Like,
Troy Aikman numbers ain't that. I'm gonna tell you, Troy Aikman numbers don't look that good because of the style they play. But boy, go watch some of Troy Aikman. Boy, Troy Aikman was clutch now.
I think Dak, he gonna end up being better than motherfucking Romo. In my opinion.
I agree. If he can stay healthy, I agree.
Cause that nigga be going hard, man.
Cause
he came in going hard since his rookie year, man. That's why I understand how niggas be hating on Romo. Not Romo, but on Dak. Not Romo, but Dak. Dak way better than Romo. Romo, it took him how long to do that? You know what I'm saying? Dak did it
I'm gonna
right.
say this too. I think Dak. You gotta realize Dak got drafted with Zeke now, so he had a good running attack. When we got Romo, we didn't. When we got Romo, our offensive line was bad, and we had mediocre running backs.
Oh
So you
yeah.
gotta keep that in mind too, because you remember when he came in, Bledsoe had got hurt. It seemed like a good. It seemed like Bledsoe always, because you remember he was with the Patriots when Brady got hurt, and
Yeah.
they was like 0-3. We were 0-3, 0-4, bro, on Monday night. And
Yeah, he was
Bledsoe
for
got
yeah, I
hurt, and
remember
they
that
put
for
Romo in there, and we ended up going to the playoffs with a wild card spot. And he ended up bobbling that extra point.
sure. Man, I know a lot of crazy shit used to happen with y'all. A
Yeah,
lot of weird ass, just weird shit. I'd be like, God damn, these
It,
niggas clearly
hey,
whooping ass, and some weird ass shit like that happen.
hey, Moses, it's just like I was trying. I think me and South, we
I
was
think
talking
they
about.
got something out for us, bro. Like for both our teams. I think ever since the '90s, they just like, man, we ain't letting y'all niggas. I don't
I
know
was
what it is.
I was talking about Hollywood Henderson, and even in the short career that Hollywood Henderson had, he was putting up astronomical numbers, and that dude was on drugs.
You say he was doing that. That's why he was putting up the numbers.
Yeah, but Hollywood Henderson was, man, that was my guy.
on that coke, boy. That nigga was running through niggas like they were kids, boy. LT. I was like, man, you go watch highlights of that dude. That dude don't even look human, man. Lawrence Taylor, boy. That nigga's like a monster on him. Like, man, what the hell wrong with this dude? You know what I'm talking about, Polo? That nigga's a fucking animal.
Yeah, man, that nigga Randy Moss was a dog. You already know I'm gonna put my guys up there over Randy, but as far as talent wise, Randy is number one talent wise, because couldn't nobody stop that nigga. He's like on everybody. That nigga he was the funnest to watch out of all three of them. Moss, I'm not like I said, I'm not one of them Niner fans that's just gonna say, oh, all of everything. I'll be honest, bro. Like out of all three of them, Moss was the funnest to watch. Because he
And
put up the
he
more wild shit. You feel me?
he definitely was the most dangerous receiver I ever
He was,
seen.
he was more dangerous than them, and they just were more consistent and just work harder. I could say that. That's
That
that's
nigga,
all they probably had over him, but Moss probably was more talented than him based off the eye test. If that's how y'all want to put it and shit like that way. And shit, also I like guys like Torrey Holt and Isaac Bruce and all them guys too. Like I grew up watching a lot of the old school Rams teams, even though we ain't like the Rams like that. I always watched a lot of A teams too. They was nice too. With like I said, the Terry Glenns, like the Joey Galloways. I grew up watching them. They was a lot of my favorite receivers too. Let me think. Remember Jimmy Smith from the Jaguars?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, him. He was one of my favorites too. Rod Smith from the Broncos. I liked him too. Hell yeah, I liked it a lot of the old school players. I feel like they could play in this type of game too. With how the passing is, a lot of old school wide receivers and shit. Like them niggas go hard. Polo, what happened? Anybody there? I guess they left.